Hey, test, test, test. Okay, looks like my volume's good. I'm guessing I have a weird refresh here. This guy's been sitting at the table for a while, so he probably stepped away for a little bit. Hopefully he will join. He's a very highly rated player, so be fun to play with him. I'm just throwing out stream announcements as usual. Okay. I think that's all out there. Yeah, hopefully he joins in a sec. Ah, darn, he did not join in time. Oh, wait, no, we did. Oh, weird. Okay. Hey, okay, well, good news is we have childless. Bad news, we're fourth seat. Good news, we're sitting in front of the otherwise best player, and the two weaker players are hypothetically in front of us, so all of that bodes well here, except, yeah, fourth seat childless doesn't bode as well. But it has to be childless here. I mean, none of these other things are remotely in the same tier. Childless is possibly just the single best card in the set. Maybe Big Country, but Aquawise childless is the best. New haircut? Yeah, I just got a haircut again today. New is a bit of a stretch. I mean, this tends to be what I get, although it looks extra bold right now when it's very short on the sides. Even just a little bit of growth, obviously, makes it look a bit less edgy or whatever, but this is essentially, yeah, just how I got it. But anyhow, I got a haircut, fresh for birthday party this weekend, and starting off on my big trip and whatever, so yeah, that was a good thing to get out of the way. And talking about birthday, sorry, I was posting to my Facebook, and now we can all watch me post. That'll be great. I know this is what you all came here for. Yeah, watching that was absolutely what you were around. We get past a plow driver. My dog is gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna have to figure that out in a sec because he is not chill. This has to be plow driver. Ryan's Facebook stream. Indeed, Ghostly, you showed up. Huh, the Facebook post? Exactly. You all showed up to watch me post to my Facebook. That's what you were here for. No, I mean, whatever. I was wrapping that up while this game was queuing, and so that was good to get out of. Anyhow, Plow Driver is one of the best ox in the set. Childless into Plow Driver is a great game plan a lot of the time. And again, none of the rest of these cards are remotely in the same tier as Plow Driver is. So, yeah. Anyhow, welcome Ghostly. Welcome all. Okay, so here, none of these are particularly great. I'm not playing Tutor with Childless. Carpenter could be mildly okay. And you see how hesitant I am to say anything about it, but Carpenter kind of works here. It helps make childless a little easier. In fourth seat, one of the biggest difficulties is if you're forced to Ock instead of get anything good. But if I'm forced to Ock, I potentially can play Carpenter, take one reed, take 3 wood, take 1 reed, build room, play childless in round 3 still. So I think Carpenter gives enough outs. Now, I don't usually build multiple rooms with Plow Driver, so I don't really want to play Carpenter, although going for a 4-room strategy can work. Okay, here, I generally am a fan of Conjurer, but it's really hard to figure out the timing in this game on when I'm going to play it and use Childless, and I am going to run out of stone somewhat early, so Clay Hut Builder can be pretty strong. So it's probably Clay Hut Builder. My feeding is not solved. That's the only thing. The extra grain from Conjurer plus taking some traveling in this game could be handy for food-wise, but think we're okay. We'll find a way. There's usually food, but Stonecutter here is probably the play. Although Cottager for the Renos, no, never mind. That's a dumb plan. Stonecutter's a good plan. I don't know if I have the time for Stonecutter. I have a lot to do. Here we just take Pig Breeder. I've never played Wall Builder, and Pig Breeder's playable. Why is it dumb? What did I call dumb? I don't know what I called dumb. I wasn't paying attention, sorry. I got distracted by something else. I don't even know what I said anymore, which is a sign of a great streamer. It's why y'all show up. I say things, don't even mean them, don't even remember them. It's the sort of top tier analysis I provide. You're here for AAA and the Facebook posts. Excellent. Well, there's no more Facebook posts coming tonight. I'm sorry. I did my Facebook post. Minor wise, what would be awesome here? Rammed clay would be pretty sweet. It makes clay hut builder and makes sure I can't get fence blocked. But we don't get rammed clay, so what do we take? Lumber mill with stonecutter I'm often a fan of, but again, when do I have the time for all of that? The answer is I don't know. But what else am I taking here? I mean, bottles could be fine. It's, again, the bottles, the clay might not be that bad if I find time to play clay hut builder, but finding the time to have the food for bottles is where I'm much less certain on all of that. Clay embankment could give me silly amounts of clay, but again, what do I do with it all? So pond huts, maybe? Again, the problem with Pond Hunt is the very limited 2-oct thing, plus cost of wood. Now, I'll just take the Lumber Mill. The Lumber Mill is going to push me to want to play Stonecutter. The other problem, actually, with Stonecutter and all this stuff is I'm not taking early Reedstone foods necessarily, which does make the Plow Driver harder, too. Maybe Lumber Mill's not that good for me. I'll take it. But this is uncertain. Okay, so Sleeping Corner is quite nice here. Although, I'm kind of tempted by Milk Jug because I don't have food. The food from Milk Jug could be huge for me because I don't have food yet. But, Sleeping Corner, cost of wood, which might mean it gets discounted by Lumber Mill. I should have a couple grain from Childless, and I'm going to plow fields. I'm planning on just doing 3 rooms, so I'm only going to have 3 family members. Sleeping Corner guarantees me to get to 5 family members. Which is a lot of points. And then if I get Plow Driver going, I already have a stone house. I have all my fields. It's a lot. That's just a lot of points right there, right? If I have fields and grain fields, I have a stone house, I have max family. It's a very good, like, floor to my point scoring ability. I would love it if the Milk Jug came back, but I doubt it. I might actually take Basket on the Wheel if it comes, just because while I hate the idea of having to get food that way, my hand has a slight issue in terms of feeding. I did not take anything that provides me food And there's usually a lot of food in revised. Usually somebody's doing some day labor stuff, which essentially adds food. And there's plenty of cards that add food, but I did not take any of them. So it does look like a game where just like getting a hearth could be solid, but the other problem is like I'm just rushing childless, right? Like my whole stage is to rush childless. Now, I very well might not be able to rush childless. That's again one of the issues here. Like if I'm forced to Ockens round one, I probably play Carpenter and then like try to take like one Reed, but that's iffy. Wow. Okay. Yikes. Wow. Okay. So what if we ditch the plow driver? We don't really have stone anyhow. And running childless into big country into sleeping corner. Yeah, classic third pick big country, right, Crix? I mean, this is again. I'm sitting after the not as good of players. I mean, I think I have to take big country. Big country just doesn't work with plow drivers. The sad thing, and mining hammer is obviously quite good. Loom is quite good, but I think it has to be big country. But this looks like yours earlier today. Yeah, this does look actually very like what you had, but you had a rammed clay. Rammed clay would be fantastic for this hand. I mean, I think I have to take the big country. Passing the big country is just it's just so game defining. It's way too dangerous. But gosh, I mean, passing loom and mining hammer is pretty freaking sad too. Because well, I mean, what did these people draft out of this pack? Like, there almost has to have been a carpenter's parlor in this game. Almost has to be a carpenter's parlor, and probably was like a rammed clay. I mean, what are these people taking out of this pack that's not big country loom mining hammer? Um, Butter churn is pretty good in general. I'm not a huge fan of sack cart or large greenhouse. They're very wood costly, and I'm getting crops from childless. Clay pipe is the only other like mild decision here, but clay pipe's mostly good if you have loam pit, woodcutter, or you're planning to get a big family, and I'm not doing any of that. So yeah, probably butter churn is hopefully. And if I actually do go lumber mill, butter churn's good. If I go big country lumber mill, yeah, that should work. We do get the bottles back. This is an easy bottles. Gosh, like if child, this hand is almost don't build a room, but childless is so good that I think building a room is worth it. But weirdly, big country kind of synergizes with both of those miners that were in the same pack with it. Yes, correct. Uh, So I mean, I don't have good food, but I don't ever see me playing Brooks. I mean, this is just take Beanfield is the better card. Um, was this the hand that I was going to take Basket out of, or is that the last pick? Thick Forest. Wow, yeah, the Basket got taken. This is a bonkers hand, even with a dead plow driver and rushing a room to activate Childless. Yeah, I mean, I agree. This hand is bonkers. Um, my only slight concern remains like getting feeding and the fact that I'm fourth seat here, right? Like fourth seat could push me onto some bad actions here. You don't like fourth seat childless? Fourth seat childless is rough a lot of times. The other, and yeah, there goes the 3 wood already. So that part sucks, but can't do anything about it. But yeah, I mean, fourth seat childless is much harder than the other seats usually. Wow, we get a woodcutter, classic woodcutter early. I got an Ock, and I play the carpenter. Don't really want to play the carpenter, but it's the only option. He'll start players rammed clay, so I do suspect rammed clay was taken from that pack, and 2 wood gets taken. Okay. Well, team, we're in a tight spot here. I guess I take single reed, and then I have to hope I get the 3 wood single reed next round, which is rough. If I take single reed here too, it like really tips off what I have, or it should. It doesn't always. Or I can just start plowing and aim for round 4 childless and set up big country. But again, am I dropping big country or am I dropping plow driver? If we can't get childless by round 4, do we just abandon it and go full big country? I don't think so, because I played a carpenter now. I can't play the carpenter and not do this. We can talk about woodcutter in a second. I'm gonna take the one read and go for it, but this is a rough position. The fact that Teal took start player is unfortunate here. I have no guarantee of getting a 3-wood action. I hope that I get a 3-wood action. Both of these players have wood. You would think they more so need ox or reedstone food. But reedstone food does get taken first, so I need Ryan to prefer ox over taking the wood pile, and he very well might not. And if he doesn't, I'm really in trouble. Yeah, playing my carpenter means that I really need to build the room. I can't afford to throw away a stage 1 action, but yeah, 3-wood gets taken here. How miserable. 4 seats sucks, everyone. I really don't have ox. I mean, I could play childless this round, I guess, is the only play here. I mean, everybody knows I have it, so we're really going for bust. We just take the best actions and hope it works, but is Teal start player? Yeah, Teal start playered. Teal start player rammed clay over taking, 2 clay or 2 wood or whatever, or 2 wood. I mean, which I guess whatever. He start playered onto Reedstone food at least, so. But, Cottager gets played, pretty bad card. But this looks very much like Reno into a round 3 Mantelpiece, which I did not pass Mantelpiece. And I did not pass like Priest, so I'm not totally sure what the early Reno is for, beyond just huge Mantelpiece is good. But that's what it looks like, which also means I'm going to get last again real soon. Okay, looping back finally to the woodcutter question. Wow, okay, 2 wood gets taken here. Ryan start players, which is great. The childless should work out here. Canoe, that's great. He can canoe all day. I don't care. I get 3 wood next round and I get childless off. Because I guaranteedly am getting a 3-wood action. Well, I don't guaranteedly get a 3-wood action. I'm pretty sure purple is day laboring and renoing though. So I think I pull this sequence out. It's still pretty rough because my food sucks now too because I had to oct twice. But whatever. It is day labor at least. We have not seen sheep yet. So talk about woodcutter. Woodcutter tends to be about 7 or 8 wood in a kind of a standard game, which is fine, but the tempo on it sucks. Adding extra wood to the game does not always benefit you all that much. If you're playing woodcutter and you essentially just get, let's say, a bit of extra wood and it allows you to build stables during the game, you played an early stage 1 action in order to very late be able to get like 3 extra points via stables. That's extremely underwhelming. You think Ryan's elo might belie how good he is? Yeah, I do think Ryan the Man is better than his rating suggests. Reedstone food from purple. I really strongly suspect that this early Reno is a Mantelpiece. I would be very surprised if we don't get start player Mantelpiece. Which start player Mantelpiece is going to be a real issue because I really want this 4 food action next round, but it's not clear to me I get it. But I would really want the 4 food, otherwise I have to day labor next round. Looks like early stone. Oh, you think he's just going to Reno to stone? I have no idea why he's going to Reno to stone, but you might be right. I did not pass him a reason to Reno to stone early. Also, welcome, Gray. I haven't seen you around for a while. So I really want 4 food next round. I need 4 food pretty bad. Squeezing out childless in round 3 from seat 4 is pretty awesome. Yeah. Getting childless down in round 3 here is still very nice, but Nobody ever makes cola. You are correct. It did require some SP funniness. I'm not sure that it required that much SP funniness, really. Like, there were 2 3 wood actions this round. Like, I mean, it forced me to play a carpenter that I'm very not excited about, but... Huh. It was not Mantelpiece, nor is it Reno here. But the upshot is there's no way Ryan is opening next round with 4 food. So I get the 4 food action that I want. An early hedge keeper when you have rammed clay. What is this nonsense? I don't understand this game, but that's okay. I don't have to. I have childless. I have a room. These players are all doing. I don't totally know. There is going to be a 4 wood action. I would love 4 wood, but I think I have to take the food. You don't love it. From an early game tempo, it's trading an Ock action for extra wood. It helped let you get wood with 2 actions, blah, blah, blah. Correct. The real other issue with woodcutter is, like, it's pretty bad early tempo on your wood. Now, in this case, to be fair, I like Ryan playing woodcutter a bit more, at least. There are times where I think playing woodcutter is fine. And if you have a plan for using a lot of wood, you're going to pay a lot of wood cost improvements. I don't totally know other... But, sorry, I'm distracted. I'm taking 4 food. I need to take food action. But one of the things that I hate watching players do is, like, first action play woodcutter, right? Like, you don't have to rush woodcutter is the other, like, big lesson. If there's just wood on the table, take it. If there's Reedstone food, take it. Ryan, in this case, Reedstone food and 3 wood got taken. Woodcutter might be his best early game Ock, and he might want to play it. And I actually think it's much more reasonable in, like, that scenario. I see way too many strong players, though, first pick woodcutter. Woodcutter's not that strong to justify first picking it in almost any pack. And then I also see okay. Also, nobody wants to Ock this game, which kind of sucks. Like, I could play another Ock here. Do I just play the stone cutter? I don't have stone. But, gosh, all these actions suck. Why are we on a quest for number 2, not 1? We can talk about that, too. My dog is driving me nuts because he's not relaxing, and he's making noises in the background, and it's ruining the concentration. Apparently he needs playtime, but... If they first pick woodcutter, are they really strong players? Well, I agree, Gray. That's exactly it. Yeah, this board sucks. I mean, I can play an Ock easy, or I can start plowing and go for the big country. Plowing for big country might be the play, and skip the woodcutter. Or not the woodcutter, skip the... skip plow driver. Otherwise, I play stonecutter here and start trying to angle for plow driver. God, this sucks. I hate committing here. I hate committing here, but I think big country's just better than plow driver. Especially given that I haven't taken any Reedstone foods or anything. But okay, Loki's getting a treat. That's good. Yeah, you need some attention. I might just have to go get you a bone, actually. That might be the play. Anyhow, though, yes, I hate the players that, like, first pick... Wow, it is Scholar. It's going to be an early Reno clown. I'm very glad I cut the plow driver, but wow. What? Like, what? So they're not going to grow, or they're going to try to build stone rooms? But if they're not building rooms, it's... Well, there goes the hearth. That part's a little sad. I would have liked... Again, my feeding absolutely sucks, but... I might yet build another room this game. I might go for 4 rooms and then play big country, which is pretty atypical, but... I mean, it depends on when growth comes, too, but... I wanted the hearth, but it already got built. I could take 4 clay just to build a fireplace, but none of that's that exciting. I probably am just taking 3 wood and plowing this round. Ryan looks like he's going to take Reed and double build. Yeah, he's going to go for the double build, which... That is unfortunate, because he's going to have a room in front of me, and there's no way I'm start playing. So that's a bit sad, but my wood is not great here either. We'll see. Sarcastic, very, yeah. Speaking of not playing Ox instead of just taking actions, you've been experiencing some issues trying to figure out when to play Storehouse Keeper. It just seems like when you want to Ock early, Reedstone food is often available early, so you wind up just taking it. Yeah, Storehouse Keeper is very tricky like that. If Reedstone food is open, I often would just take it too, but then you don't always get to play Ox. It's really hard to know though, right? Like the Ox spaces this game have been open pretty regularly, and I kind of got forced to play Ox that I don't even super want to have. For Clay goes again. I really don't know what Teal is up to this game. I don't like Teal's opening. Like this Hedge Keeper is very questionable, but whatever. If you have good SP actions, then early is fine. Yeah, that's actually partly true too. If you're willing to start player early, Storehouse Keeper gets better. There's just so few things to start player early with this set, so that does become a problem. We're full on big country. I think we're plowing across the top. Is that true? No. Well, I'm always plowing this space, and then I'm probably is this and this. I don't know for sure. I mean, I'm not. We'll see how it goes. Just got to keep getting handed rammed clay. I mean, rammed clay is always, yeah, such a help, right? We do see a Reno Clown. They're not that far behind on being able to build a room here, I guess. They only need a little more stone. I mean, a little more stone's a stretch, but it is early stone. You wouldn't say rammed clay is a good early start player? I mean, it's fine. What round am I activating a big country on a 3-room plan usually? Round 9. Round 9 is usually the dream. You get 5. The food can help feed you during that stage. Teal is start playering with a Shepherd's Crook. So Teal's going to do some ridiculous early fencing, or is just taking a Reedstone food. I don't know. Growth does flip, so growth flipping is a little unfortunate. I have to start player here. I have to start player because Ryan is going to grow, and I can't let Ryan double grow. But that's okay. Start playing here is not that bad. Actually, start playing the bean field is maybe the play. I can sow a lot of crops next round. Might be the dream, right? If I plow another field here, grow with grow bean field, and then I sow 3 grain and a veg. I'd have to eat a raw grain, but if I'm sowing that much grain, that's fine. And then I can use grain as a feeding source, hopefully. The downside to that is it means I'm not taking any wood, which is gonna make the big country in round 9 a lot, probably infeasible, actually. Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. Ryan growing first is nice. He has the silly fishing combos. That's all good. I got a start player. I mean, I'd love to like take the 4 wood action or something, but oh, and I have to. I forgot I have to start player and play. I'm probably playing both of these. Play butter churn. Round 11 big country. It's hopefully a round 10 big country, but yeah. Anyhow, I think start playing with rammed clay is fine early, but I do think too many people rush playing rammed clay. Like, it's not that exciting. It doesn't do anything for you. It's just like it's a card you want to play eventually, and I agree, Drange. You can just play it at least, so that part's nice, but like rushing to play rammed clay is kind of a waste. Teal's game to me is way too like purple and teal not having rooms is really annoying. It looks like Ryan might just get to grow at round 6 and round 8, which is going to be absolutely killer. Oh, there is a frame builder. Okay, so this, and he took 2 stone. Okay, purple is going to build a room and then start player. So Ryan is, oh, okay, the growth queue is actually totally resolving. I'm going to grow second, and then it's going to be grow 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Now, the issue is the wood piles are going to get big here. Yeah, Ryan is going to get so much wood. But I just can't. I just can't take. I can't take the wood. Oh, well, actually, teal is gonna get this 6 wood action, but I just can't justify it. This big sow action is just way too tempting to me. Also, I forgot that I can fence 8 spaces like over here, so I think I do just plow across the top because it at least gives me the option of doing 2 big squares for only 14 wood. Whereas, well, I can always do the other thing with 14 wood too. I don't know if it matters. Let's go across the top though. I don't normally go across the top, so I can just make it look slightly different. Although it does mean my carpenter's less good. Yeah, I really just played carpenter as a 2 wood action. Maybe I should have just taken the 2 wood then, right? Like, why play carpenter? But I guess it slows down my opponents. But yeah, the carpenter looks totally a waste. But this frame builder early scholar game plan is pretty interesting. I'm curious what other what other ox and miners he's playing. But I've never quite seen this actually. I'm curious how it works. I take another grain food here, and then I will grow bean field here, and then I'm just gonna sow everything. I might like get 4 wood on the wheel and have to pass it again, which sucks, but getting all these crops down I think is too good. Conjure is pretty sweet. I like that from purple. That's fun. Although, when you already have day labor, but meh, it's fine. Anyhow, I mean, I can't be that sad with 3 grain fields, but the wood is going to be a real issue. Be cool if you had a rock pyramid. Yeah, a rock pyramid would be sick. 6 wood for teal, yep. Ryan has so many good options here that early growth is great for him. Teal needs to take the sheep. Ryan is just taking the wood, so Ryan has the wood I wish I had, but I guess I have the crops other players are going to wish they have eventually, but how did purple get all that stone to build a room? So purple's taken several Reedstone food actions, and then purple took a 2 stone action, and then purple also has frame builder, so they turned 1 wood into 2 stone when they built. It's actually it is a pretty fun game plan from purple. Building stone rooms with frame builder makes the stone room cost 3 stone, 1 wood, and 2 reed, which is not that bad of a cost. It's not that easy. I mean, that's a cost of a well plus 2 reed, but Ryan takes more reed here. I'm curious about that. And he fishes. I don't totally know if I like that sequence, but there's going to be huge clay piles next round. I don't really want huge clay piles, but I don't know what else I'm going to do. So, I mean, I'm taking 4 wood if I get it. If I don't get 4 wood next round, I definitely will take 6 clay to open. 6 clay actually maybe is best. 6 clay would let me take Reedstone food and reno a clay oven. That's a pretty good sequence for me. So maybe 6 clay is my best action, even though I really want wood for big country. That's tough. Well, regardless, I actually shouldn't have a choice. Purple's gonna grow. Teal should star player. Ryan's gonna probably take the clay, so I'll take 4 wood then because 5 clay is significantly worse. 6 clay, the reno to clay oven line is pretty sweet, but 5 clay is just that much worse here. It does not offer me that option, so. Purple's playing the loom on growth, makes total sense. Oh, teal. I get that you have rammed clay, but you can't let Ryan grow again. I don't understand how I play with players that are hypothetically good and yet they play just absolutely shitty. Like, teal's never gonna grow now. Purple might get a room before teal again. Like, you can't do this. Teal's playing very poorly, in my opinion. Ryan is not playing great cards, but he's totally just getting away with the fact that he's getting strong actions. And he's just getting growth. Wish growth. I actually wish growth did flip in 5. The clay all disappears, so my feeding is My feeding actually is becoming very rough. I maybe needed to take 5 clay, I guess, just so I can build the oven, because I don't know how I'm going to feed at this point. Well, I have a way to feed. It's not pretty. But if I get 3 wood, although Ryan might take the wood. If I get 3 wood, plow, 3 wood, fence, big country. But you think Ryan looks really good? I mean, Ryan looks great here because he got to grow first. Like, I don't think his cards are incredible, but they're going to do good enough things for him. And he just has incredible tempo because Teal's handing him too much. But I agree with you. I mean, he's in the best position by far. I can't get the stuff I want. I'm like, Ryan gets to grow again. Like, this game's not terrible for me, but my big country's getting way delayed, and Teal not start playing to grow there is so convenient for Ryan. It's just so huge to get to grow again that much sooner. Yeah, I maybe was supposed to take the freaking clay, but God, I needed the wood so bad. Just the actions and the resources this game are not breaking at all well for me. I'm gonna probably just have to eat a lot of raw grain here, which is really bad. I probably did F up by not taking the clay pile. I did not realize how rough my food is. It is a huge swing to range. You can't, I mean, good players will not allow somebody to grow twice before they grow once. Well, I don't even get plowback. What a miserable freaking game. Just, what a miserable game here. All these actions suck. Just totally suck. I mean, I was due for a game that just did not go my way, but gosh, how frustrating. I did screw up my feeding pretty bad. I just don't have a good way to feed. And that is going to cause me huge issues. Day labored is. I mean, day labor is one option. The other option is to take the 2 stone here, which is, I think, what I have to do. I think I have to try to dream of getting away with like a stone oven line, but it means I'm going to take a 2 clay action. I mean, I like stone oven too, but it means I was supposed to take 5 clay this round in order to guarantee some feeding options. I also don't guaranteedly get major next round, but probably do. But again, taking a 2 clay action is so bad. But that's probably what I have to do. Correct, I have no clay. That's the problem. Yeah, that's why stone oven's no good. But I think I'm supposed to take the stone anyhow. But yeah, this game's in trouble. 2 clay is better than day labor. Correct. 2 clay is better than day labor. I mean, stone oven is like reasonably good. If I can get away with 3 wood, 2 clay, stone oven this round, that's fine. Hard porcelain. Hard porcelain is part of how purple's gonna build more stone rooms, which is fun. But yeah, I should not have given them that stone action. Manger. Manger is pretty freaking sweet. Wish Manger'd come back. Then again, my hand's incredible. I can't really complain about my hand. But gosh, do I have a lot of actions I did not want this game. This is looking like a 3-point big country. Will anyone major block? Maybe. I mean, I'm not totally sure what everybody's up to. It doesn't look like anybody's building a major, probably. Well, actually, maybe purple. How is purple feeding? Purple might just donk the clay oven. Or donk is not even the right word. Purple might have to build the clay oven here, actually. Even though we played hard porcelain, this might be clay oven. With conjure, and if that's what it is, that's unfortunate for me, but so be it. It's Reedstone food. I gotta feel like this guy still wants to just build a build a stone room again. So maybe his round is 2 wood into day labor and build a room. That's probably it. Yeah, I mean, I think this has to be. I think this has to be clay build a stone oven. But God, just how much how much I delayed my game on this whole big country part is the really unfortunate thing. Wow, Teal's fencing again. I hate Teal's game so much. I cannot stress enough how bad Teal's playing. Like, yay, he has a bunch of sheep breeding, and he played rammed clay and hedgekeeper. He's added so many. Part of why I hate players that play like these cards is they add so many resources to the game, and adding resources to the game benefits the person that grows. And Teal is not growing, and Ryan is growing a ton. So like all the benefit this game from Teal's nonsense is just benefiting the person that grew first, and it's just really frustrating. Like if growth had flipped for me first, that's I might I don't whatever. I'm just salty because things did not break my way, and I think the bad players throwing the game to not me, but you hate to see Teal doing bad. That's well, stop watching then I guess. Teal's probably gonna major the pottery here or something nonsensical. Even though Teal needs to start player to grow, because if purple takes 2 wood here, purple can build a room. But you seem to usually draw Teal. Nice. Oh wait, no, purple can't build a room. Purple doesn't. Yeah, okay, purple is gonna freaking clay oven. So yeah, everything's misery. Shit. Yeah, I mean, I forgot that he can't build a room, but just yeah. So. Oh, misery, misery, misery. He threw away a lot of his room parts there, though. A lot of his room parts in order to do that. I don't think any of us are winning beyond Ryan the man is winning. Ryan's game is good. He's fed well. The rest of us are doing absolutely terrible things. Purple has no resources whatsoever, and it's round 9. He has a stone house and a scholar. Woo. I am about to eat a bunch of raw grain, which is not going to set me back that far, but gosh, I mean, it's not good. Tactical beggar. I mean, if there's anything worth tactically begging, I might do it, but I don't think there is. But, what a terrible freaking game. Teal doesn't start player, which I mean, Teal not start playing actually is correct. Nobody is building a room this round, so. Purple did major block. I mean, purple major blocking, it wasn't that shocking, although one does have to wonder if purple wasn't better off just taking traveling, because I think I'm taking traveling on purple now. I don't like usually if you don't have a lot of food, you want to day labor and increase the food in the game, but I'm really not a fan of increasing the bottom feeding because it's always going to suck anyhow. Like even if I leave 3 food, I don't want to take 3 food next round. I want to feed off of big country. So the game plan still involves getting enough wood to fence and hit big country. I mean, it involves plowing again too, which is also far from assured because Ryan actually understands how to play the game, which I need to stop playing. I also need to stop playing players where their elos are lying because yeah, that's not how you get to the number 2 rating. But yeah, traveling also makes it less attractive to the conjurer. Makes sense to punish them. I don't know if it totally makes sense to punish them, but I mean, he's going to take the conjurer food like next round anyhow. If I don't, so like the food stack's really not going to pile up this game. So 2 wood gets taken, which is pretty expected. But yeah, I mean the wood in this game also just is absolute misery. Like I might have to fence 12 huge. God, that's so bad though. Everything is really bad. I generally don't like to play 2-room big country because I don't like to remove growth pressure from my opponents. I like to have more control over the course of the game. Also, I have childless this game, so I mean that was like never an option. But anyhow, this round is going to be wood, plow, God, the animal piles are sweet too. I wish I could take them. Wish I could eat them. Might be take another 2 clay action. I can always rend the stone oven then. I mean, taking another 2 clay action sounds dumb, and yet I don't know what else I'm supposed to do this round. I mean, ultimately my game is just not good enough here, I don't think. I've just got disrupted too far, too much. Ryan the man is doing what he's supposed to, which is just attack the wood, make sure nobody else has wood. Yeah, I mean Ryan is playing a very good game, and plow gets taken, because of course it does. The plow pressure is very high this game because I did not go for the plow driver line. It turns out I probably should have gone for the plow driver line, instead of the big country line, because the big country line is not working. But who would know? Who would know? You can't know these things, but gosh, it's ugly. Eating that much raw grain is really slowing me down too, because I just don't have that much extra grain anymore. Things are just really bad. Ryan's gonna fence. It's a great round to fence. There's tons of animals. Very well played. The fact that Ryan is not going for another room is like very correct, but again, it's also frustrating because like most 200 players do not play this well. Although Ryan is fencing big and cut himself off of plowing more. Oh, he does have manger, but cutting himself off of plowing more, I'm actually not a big fan of his game anymore. Is Childless Big Country synergistic? Yeah. Childless is good for Big Country in my opinion. It's totally fine to build a room, get a bunch of crops, and then go for Big Country. I think that's totally fine. Does Ryan have Big Country? No, Ryan does have manger, so he got 3 points extra, or he has extra points because he mangered. But cutting off his fields is questionable to me. Like it looks like he is debating building another room eventually, but I think I am just taking 2 clay and renovating a stone oven. God, that's so bad, but I can't justify fencing yet. I mean, my Big Country is just gonna suck. Like it's gonna be like a 2-point Big Country at this point. But I mean, whatever. Makes it a lot easier for everyone else to get plows. I mean, I only need 1 more plow, so I'm actually not a huge fan of the idea that everybody gets more plows, but taking 2 clay actions, God, I should have taken that 5 clay. I just did not want to take 5 clay because I just needed wood so bad. But I mean, I do need wood so bad. It's just, yeah, what a miserable game. I mean, Ryan. To his to his credit, I mean, Ryan at least is spamming, like, spammed the wood early, continued to spam the wood, got all his fences out of the way. Like, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing when you get early growth and when you get the gifts. Like, he is controlling and abusing the table well, at least. But you can't always get exactly what you need to reno major exactly what you want. I mean, not always, but I was supposed to take 5 clay because I should have been able to see my feeding pressure coming. I think I was just so trying to get the Big Country to still work and get away with it, but I mean, I guess maybe this is the downside of trying to grow and then play Big Country, is if other people are actually smart enough to focus on farming in the mid game, you're kind of screwed. And for some reason, Teal focused on farming and is just growing super late. Teal also has an insane amount of wood. Like, I guess Teal is building stables, but like I don't understand Teal's game. He also played Animal Dealer to add animals. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's somewhat of how Teal's going to use up his wood, but Teal has to go for joinery. I mean, Teal can just build stables, but apparently it's also going to be large greenhouse, so whatever, but... Ryan takes 2 stone, that's fine. I drop a stone oven here. My food is just terrible though. I like eating that much raw grain was absolutely killer because I like don't have enough grain to bake and resow anymore. Like my grain score is gonna suck. You hate games when you're hungry? Yeah, I mean trying to avoid getting hungry is good. That's why you always hate Crick. Yeah, I mean feeding efficiently is one thing I usually do, and it's one thing I failed to do this game. And to be fair, I knew it all the way in the draft, right? I mean, I said this game I did not have food in my hand. I did not have clear feeding. I then spent time sowing early, which was supposed to feed me, but then I totally failed to secure an oven because I did not read the fact that the board was going to go 6 clay, 5 clay, and then the fact that I didn't read the fact that, like, I should have known I was getting clay blocked, and clay is how you feed. Purple taking a 2-wood action sucks. I mean, it's killing all of us. If I'm Ryan, I probably take 4 sheep here because 4 sheep's a crazy action. But God, if Ryan just takes 3 wood in order to punish the table, good on him. Because, like, just spamming the wood and making sure Purple and I don't get it, and Teal's game still sucks. I mean, I think Ryan just wins the game if he just continues to hammer the wood. Two wood actions suck too. I mean, like Purple and I are dying. I mean, Purple and I are gonna die wood-wise. Ryan does take the sheep, so this is an easy 3 wood. Purple probably is just gonna plow right away, which fair enough. But I can at least fence 15. Maybe I fence 14 just to keep a wood for sleeping corner. Not sure yet. Having wood for sleeping corner is good. I think I agree. I think I'm supposed to keep a wood for sleeping corner. So I probably am just fencing 14. I mean, it's 1 less pasture. But also, I mean, there's no way that I'm breeding all animal types or anything this game. I'm not getting stables. There's just too much wood pressure. But I will plow on the wheel if it comes back. All right, well, will I plow? Do I plow here is actually a valid question. Maybe I do fence and try to start player sleeping corner. Teal might just build another room. I really don't know what Teal's up to. He takes the reed stack. Is this fence 14 and start player sleeping corner? Or I guess it could just be start player sleeping corner, because I'll get fence back almost certainly, right? I mean, who's fencing here? Ryan can't fence. Teal can't fence. There's no way Purple fences. So if I'm happy with the sequence... So the question is, am I happy with that sequence? And I think the answer is I am happy with that sequence, because I could just open plow next round. Making Ryan last seems attractive. That has value. How's Purple doing? I don't like Purple's game because Purple has no wood to fence. Now the thing is, Purple's going to get a lot of late wood, so Purple will get to fence a lot late. And that might be enough for them to have a good game. Purple is going to build another stone room here, actually, and maybe grow again. So there is some danger. I mean, Purple's not playing that badly. Purple just is also getting killed by the wood pressure. I'll drop the sleeping corner. My big country already kind of sucks, so I mean, there's not that much reason to like rush the big country anyhow. Like, I might just get a pair of cows to open next round or something this way too.
So Ryan does get blocked from the BMW, which is kind of fun because Ryan has way too much read, and Teal just took it. So I mean, I'm a fan of Teal getting in Ryan's way now. As much as I've been complaining about Ryan's game, I will grant Ryan's game's not that good. Ryan has no major points yet. No, like very little offboard. Well, he does have manger. He has some offboard points. Okay, and he has a crop source, but it's kind of a bad crop source, and he can't sow his crops, and he only wound up with 2 fields because of what he did. So maybe Ryan's not winning this game. Maybe purple is going to win this game. Maybe I'm still doing well enough, but what a gross game. I mean, I can't be doing that well. I've done terrible things feeding wise. Like that has to kill me. You don't like Ryan going for manger and fencing this way? Completely agreed. I think manger is just wrong for Ryan's hand. I wish he had passed it to me, right? Manger's great for big country. But I guess he knew he passed big country, but I agree. This manger is just like a complete waste. The fact that he can't plow more, the fact that he doesn't just have 4 pastures here does not look good for him. Purple does grow to 4. If growth flips, I'm probably letting purple have it because I'm just going to take a pair of cows. 2 wood gets taken. Love it. Love it. Purple not getting wood is actually the greatest because purple's fences suck. Ryan is just spamming fishing more, which fine. But if that's part of how Ryan has to feed, Ryan's feeding is actually pretty awful too. Spamming fishing here is not very good when you don't have the BMW. So I'm starting to reconsider just how good anybody's game is. I think a lot of people have terrible games. I would love plow sow to flip here for the record. Plow sow flipping is actually the best. Plow sow and then being able to start player big country, that's even better than growth because I really can't afford growth and I would love a 2.4 food card, honestly. So plow sow is probably the best flip and it does happen. So, I mean, I'll just take that. I mean, not getting the pair of cows is a bit sad, but I might, well, does Teal even take the cows? I mean, I might not get start player back, but I think this is fine. I think plowing is totally fine here for me, actually. I can plant all my crops. Planting all my crops is probably the right play. It's a little greedy because my food is sketchy without being able to bake here, but we can play big country, and that largely... Actually, big country like totally solves our food issues, because the cows are going to start getting taken, and there's a milk jug in the game. And then we just have to sow in the final round. Yeah, this is fine. Our game maybe is still kind of on track, team. Like, we're doing enough things. It's okay. Purple just has to open wood. If I get the cows back, incredible. But there's no way I get the cows back, sorry. But Teal's going to build a clay room? What? No, he's going to build stables. Okay, fine. That's a wow, he stables up top. He's never plowing. Okay, why does nobody... This is ridiculous. Purple's going to get all the plow sow actions left. Purple's plows are easy. Wow, and the cows don't get taken. Ryan takes the... Okay, well, team, let me tell you what's happening. All of a sudden, it is our game. What the hell? Why do Ryan and Teal hate plowing? I don't know. This is clearly a stable architect. We like never see that card, but this is stable architect, which is a terrible card. He definitely should have built those stables inside. Why play stables outside just so you can play a stable architect card? If you put stables inside and you just plow, you have so many more points. But Teal's rating is really bad. Like, that's so bad. Ryan looks like he's blowing a 3-1 lead. I mean, Ryan is blowing his lead so hard, in my opinion. He had a great game going, but losing the BMW, not taking the right things. The boar gets taken here. That part's a shame. I was hoping to get a boar, but start player big country here, totally fine. Oh, yeah, 2 wood gets taken. Yes, continue to make purple's wood suck. I mean, I am handing purple a lot here, but I need to play big country, and I'd rather do it on... I'd rather be start player. I say I'm handing purple a lot because I don't think I'm opening grow next round. I think I do open sheep. Maybe I do just open grow, though, right? Maybe blocking grow is correct. Who's going to take the sheep on me next round? I could probably grow and just wheel 2 sheep. Could probably grow and wheel 2 sheep. There's no way I can afford bottles this game, but lumber mill I could maybe afford. I mean, that's like kind of an unfortunate sequence, right? Take 2 stone just to play a 2-point card, but I am kind of running out of points. I mean, having Pig Breeder as an out for my boar is convenient, but this announcing is fantastic. All right. Teal does have a loom, by the way, or purple has a loom that looks like it's going to do nothing because, again, when are they ever going to get animals? Purple's fencing is just going to kind of suck is really what it's going to come down to. I mean, purple might take 2 wood. I mean, purple will still get to fence, I guess, because they can open next round with 3 wood. They're still going to plow a lot. So, I mean, purple maybe is my biggest competitor, actually, because purple's going to get to max fields. They're going to have decent crops. They have a big stone house. I don't plan to have a stone house, although maybe that's where my actions go to. Grain gets taken, blocking Ryan's grain veg. Love to see that. Just love it. Purple's fence will be poor. Firewood collector? What the hell is the firewood collector for? Why are we injecting even more wood into the game at this point? I do not understand that. If you want wood, just take 3 wood off the board. What requires 3 ox in this card set? Like, nothing requires occupations to be played here. I think that's a terrible firewood collector. Just awful. He can't even plow. I mean, he can only take grain and sow bake. That's a baffling play. Loam Pit? Oh, Loam Pit does require 3 ox. You're right. Okay. Loam Pit might be the only 3 ox requirement card in the set. Why is he trying to play a Loam Pit, though, right? Like, he's going to Reno Loam Pit? Maybe. Purple just gets the last action plow because, yeah. Try at least 2 other 3 ox miners. What requires 3 ox in this set, Lumen? At least 2 other... there is 3 field rotation, but I always forget about that because that's garbage. One of them makes actual sense. I'm forgetting the one that actually makes sense. 3 field rotation makes no sense. What else requires 3 ox? I mean, I'm presuming I'm about to see it. Acorns, duh, that requires 3, and that it does make sense. Okay, it's acorns. So he played Firewood Collector in order to be able to play Acorns Basket, and he had no other better ox. That's plausible. Okay, so I think blocking growth from the table is probably correct here. The only other thing I really want are the sheep, and I'm going to get them. Like always. I just can't imagine that I don't get the sheep. Now, watch Teal just take more sheep because they can. But think I'd rather do this than anything. Ryan's fencing still looks really wrong to me too, right? We talked about this, but well, actually, Ryan could take 6 clay here and build a clay room. That would be a decent sequence for Ryan to do. But I was about to say Ryan's not being able to plow once more and leaving another room spot looks pretty questionable still too. Wow, first action veg. First action veg speaks very highly to wanting to plow sow and having a whatever the veg card is, something patch, right? I can't, whatever. The card requires you to have 2 veg fields, and it costs a wood, and it gives you 2 points. Strawberry patch, there you go, thank you. God, I don't know why I couldn't come up with that. But I think that's the only reason you take another veg here, right? Like, why are you first actioning the veg? I think it has to be for plow sow, and then you're going to scholar out a thing. 6 clay gets taken, blocks Ryan's room build plan that I had for him. Ryan takes the stone. All right. Slight bummer because I was debating taking that stone for myself because I'm running out of points, but the sheep are good here. I need Sow Bake pretty badly next round in order to feed, so there's that. This does look like a huge Sow Bake plan, or plow, or yes, plow. This is a huge plow sow from purple, which I mean is good for them. Like the fact they have just uncontested plow sow because of all these jokers is absolutely nutty. I have very few points here, which is unfortunate. There's not a lot I can do. Oh, there is a thing I can do. How much do I think Ryan's game is completely garbage at this point? I think Ryan's game's not complete garbage, but I don't think it's good enough. I think purple's my main competitor. I mean, my game's not that incredible either, but the thing I could do is I could take 3 wood, and then I could open next round with fence. So I might force purple to start player to fence. Now, I mean, that means that I'm getting forced last, so, you know, do I want to force myself to be last? But fence blocking purple is, like, huge here. Purple might, like, even if I'm contesting second with purple, I mean, it's a little bit of a rough sequence for me, but I don't totally know what else I'm doing for points this game. I always have pig breeders and out for the boar action, so like I just don't need to take the boar. I've already maxed out my crops. I'm never renovating. Well, I could take Reedstone food and then try to reno to stone still. I'm gonna go for this wood line. I think blocking purple's fencing might be the right play. Ryan has a lot of resources to reno, and then what's he gonna? Oh, the well is still there. That's hilarious. Ryan's just gonna reno to the well. Not sure Ryan's doing that badly that we can ignore him. I mean, Ryan's probably winning. I mean, Reno, I don't know. Reno well is nice. Major is nice. Ryan has all of his animal types. Well, not all. He needs a cow. But his crops are still unfortunate. I mean, Ryan not having crops is a big bummer, but I think I'll fence block purple, or if I'm allowed to, I think I fence block purple because fence blocking purple is just, I think it's just too good for me. Like even if it just helps guarantee that I get second or something, it's worth it to me. Purple's in a tricky spot here, actually. Because I can open with a fence block next round, purple kind of needs to fence here. Wow, purple does read that correctly. He is going to fence first action. Good for him. Good for him. I mean, that still forced. I mean, that still meant purple couldn't take Plowsow this round, so has some value. I do just stay start player, which is pretty nifty. Ryan presumably builds well here. Builds joinery. Huh. I would have built the well. They don't get their strawberry patch out this way? Correct. I mean, I don't know if purple had strawberry patch anymore for certain. I really don't know. But the fact that purple didn't get to Reno is good. I also don't, I don't know. I kind of need So Bake, but I don't need So Bake that bad. So I might just block Grow from the table again. Or am I supposed to just open the boar here? I'm trying to think about what's most who I can actually stop earning points enough. But just blocking grow is probably the best way to block points from the table. Purple clearly is going to plow sow at some point this round. Probably has to open plow sow. Probably has to open plow sow. Who the hell knows what teal's actually doing? Nobody else has wood for stables, so I could take 4 wood into stables. Boar is the best for me. I can't breed the boar is the biggest issue, right? Like I'm not actually breeding the boar. So because I have pig breeder in hand, I really don't need the boar action. I can't eat the boar either. Otherwise it would be the best action. But I'm just gonna hold 1 boar in my house, so there's really no rush on it. Also, nobody else I don't think teal needs the boar or purple doesn't really need the boar as much as they need to take plow sow. So I think I do just block grow from the table. Now, if I grow, I need 7 more food. I have 2 more food coming, 3 more food coming, and I have an extra grain. It's 4 food. So I actually only need 3 food. Now, 3 food is eating 2 points of grain. So any food action is 2 points. So sow bake is still kind of okay for me. Sow bake is my only 3-point food action. Oh, and pig breeder cost me another food. Okay. That part is awkward. Still, I think I'm just growing first action. I think that's just the best way to block points from the table. I think it forces everybody else to do annoying things. Huh, purple's actually gonna go for the boar first. So I'm really hoping like Ryan just blocks plow sow. I'm hoping Ryan just punishes that greed. Now, will they? I don't know why Ryan would, to be fair, but I would love to see somebody block that. This is probably pottery from teal. Yeah, pottery from teal. Ryan probably takes cow. Yeah, I mean, Ryan's gonna take the cow. I agree. No, he is gonna block that. Awesome. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Punish purple. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to take sow bake. It's my best feeding action, and it really punishes purple. Nah, he's undoing it. No, don't undo it. Cow is 2 for both of them. Yeah, I get that cow is 2 for both of them anyhow. Or you're saying I should take cow. Plow sow is 2 for Ryan and approximately. Yeah, plow sow is correct. Yeah. Geez, farms have to be connected. Oh, he didn't know that he couldn't plow. He thought he could still plow. He should still take that action though, Lumen. I agree. Like, plow sow is just better for him here. Like, he gets 2 points, and he blocks so many more. But God, don't. You had the right move. You had the right move, Ryan. You had it, and then you undid it like a fool. Ah, that's sad. That's so sad. He could have just fenced the right way. Yeah, if he just fenced the right way, he also would have been fine here. But he blocked himself off, and yeah. Correct, yes. Ryan definitely has cost himself points this game. And again, it's not benefiting us, so. Shame! I think I still take sow bake. Although, I'm just rocking Ryan's sow bake now. Hex. Yeah, that's true. I glossed right over the fact that we both let you call that a hex, or I let you call that a hex. I think I'm just baking once, right? I have 2 food coming off butter churn. Oh, but I have to play an ox still. Shit. Playing the ox costs me... Oh, but I have a food coming... Oh, no, the cow already got taken. Gosh darn it. Yeah, this is unfortunate. I'm eating a point regardless. I may as well give myself the extra food in case I have to expensive ock. Teal does want to ock also, so. But eating a point of grain is definitely a bummer here, but. Teal does play as Ock, so here comes Stable Architect. Yep, there's the Stable Architect. Teal still has a decent number of points. Although, wait, Teal has no fields. That can't be good. Ryan is taking wood, so the downside is I probably don't get stables here, but... I'll Ock here. Not getting Ock is probably my biggest thing, and there's so many ways I can earn points here with my last action. I have a 1-point grain seed, I have a 1-point fence, I have a 1-point stable. Now, being left with a 1-point action at the end, bummer. But is it worth it to block Ryan's 4-point stables play? Is it a 4-point stables play? How's it 4 points? It's a 3-point stable action, right? No, he has a joinery, actually. He's not stabling. Sorry, he has a joinery. It's definitely not worth blocking him. Yeah, he's not building stables. He has joinery. I agree. I messed that up. Purple takes a sheep. That makes sense. Just clay for teal to max things out. That's fine. I guess my last action is going to just be a grain then. Grain does block Ryan's points. Ryan probably takes grain here, actually, yeah. I was about to take grain just to block him, but he takes it. So I'm actually going to just fence then. Fencing only uses 1 resource, and resources are tiebreaker, so may as well take the 1-point move here. That only costs 1 resource. Yeah. You can't even see the numbers. Yeah, that's fair. I agree. It's hard to see all this. I honestly have no idea what score I'm going to get here or how many points I'm going to lose. I'm a bit concerned how many points I'm going to lose. But we'll see. So purple's missing a cow. Has 3 open things. But yeah, is in a stone house compared to my clay house. I have an extra family member. I have better animal points. I think I beat purple. Maybe I've won this game still, actually, too. Ryan has... Maybe I'm undervaluing their stone houses, but... Their stone houses are +5 on me. +5 is a lot. But then -3, so +2. Off-board points for purple are worse than mine. I almost have to have beat purple, because I have an extra family member. The dream seems to be alive. I might have won this game, yeah. Ryan might have won, though. Ryan does have manger and a 5-point joinery. It's pretty big. That's 8, 9 off-board points plus 5. That's 14 less 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I did win! 45 for me. Ryan had 42. Purple takes 4th. Top 5 elo! We did it! Teal stables do end up allowing 3 cow VP, so it wasn't completely awful. Yeah, you are correct, Lumen. That's true. Okay, I didn't realize we were this far ahead, but yeah, you don't hate this in hindsight. It also wasn't clear they'd get 2 plows. It was very clear they'd get 2 plows deranged, in my opinion. They could have got those plows pretty easy if they tried, but. Yeah, I just misjudged. I just misjudged this game actually quite a bit. I mean, I'm talking here a little to them, but. Only need to beat 3 more players to let sweep number 2. I mean, so the tough part is number 2 keeps getting further away, right? So the thing is, like a week or 2 ago, my rating would have been enough to get me number 2. Now it gets me number 4, which is pretty sweet. I'm glad to have finally broken top 5. But 564, I can get top 3. But number 2 is up to 585. Ugh, like, it's tough. Just beat the 3 people above me in a single game. I mean, the problem, right, is beating those players is not easy. Not easy at all to like just beat those guys. But I mean, I like the spirit. I really have no idea what to do in this Puerto Rico game. I can't take that turn right now. Yeah, so what did go well enough this game? Childless just went well enough. Round 3 Childless, very strong. And even late Big Country, strong enough, I guess. It was only a 2-point Big Country. I guess just staying start player through a lot of the end was good. And then otherwise just taking enough good actions generally? I mean, this is really a confusing game to me, and like 45 is solid, but like it felt like I was doing so many inefficient feeding moves. I guess I did only take 3 wood actions, even though I said the wood pressure was on. I was able to get enough wood in enough time that it didn't kill me. Getting that huge sow action in round 2, that part actually went very well, right? I did get to sow 3 grain and a veg in stage 2. That was really strong. And so even eating some raw grain doesn't completely kill you. I still nearly maxed grain this game, despite having to eat that many raw grain. And I only had to take 1 bad feeding action. And then the things that went right was wheeling the 2 cows was very lucky, actually. That was a huge move, though. Wheeling 2 cows was a 4-point action. I wound up with 3 points of cows instead of -1. And I don't have there's no hidden out for cows like there was pig breeder. So like wheeling the 2 pigs is significantly worse. And maybe not that much worse, but the getting the 2 cows is a pretty big break. Ryan choosing to take the stone instead of the cows was probably just wrong, right? I mean, Ryan wound up with this extra stone just chilling. Nobody building the well is also like kind of hilarious, but I mean, I guess that's what happens with this frame builder game plan, which I thought purple was doing better, but maybe we've learned a lesson, everybody. Maybe doing early renos doesn't pay off. Although If purple had a mantelpiece, then maybe this game plan is actually kind of viable, right? Ran out of stone stupidly early, use Scholar to just play a mantelpiece for like 6 points. That could have worked. Well, anyhow, yeah, this was an interesting one. I did not totally expect to win this though, because it just felt like not enough things were going right for me. But I mean, in hindsight too, I mean, I think Ryan threw away enough points toward the end, right? I mean, the fact that Ryan just can't plow more fields for points. I mean, Ryan just kind of ran out of points, really, is what happened. Like, he had a solid game, but also, for the record, everybody, this is why, like, I do think Woodcutter's a little underwhelming. Like, he played an early Ock, and the main benefit to him was that he got to max a joinery, which, fun. But if he just built the well instead, he's 1 point worse. But I mean, maybe he's a little more food worse. I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't knock it too much. I agree. Woodcutter can be good some games, but how much wood did he inject into the game? He took 29 off the board, which, I mean, that's, to be fair, this is kind of what you want to do. You really want to spam the wood. Still don't know how to read this thing well. Amount of wood from cards is somewhere in here. There it is. 11 wood between woodcutter and whatever. So, I mean, that is still a lot of wood, but... Yeah, whatever. It's a fine knock. I shouldn't knock it too much. I should not. I think I need to knock people that first pick Woodcutter. I think that's the main issue. Like, drafting it and playing it, super rushing it as if it's the most important card in the set. That's the real issue I have with Woodcutter. If you take it in the middle of the draft and then you play it with a hand where you have a lot of wood costs and you think you're actually going to use it all, it's fine. It's not like as terrible as I make it sound a lot of the time, but I do think a lot of people play it kind of terribly. But anyhow, I might play one more. Do I want to play another? I mean, I got it. I snuck away a tough win there. I don't know if I want to play another. But also, I don't have a ton of time to get number 2, and the quest for number 2 is what I've titled this series, even though I kind of think I'm just trying to get number 3 at this point. I need another 26 elo in order to take number 2, and this player keeps playing games. Doesn't sound the easiest. Is there a badge for number 3? That's the new question. I think there is a badge for number 3, in which case that's my new... That's what I really want. There is a badge for number 3. Alright. That might be the real goal, though. I don't know if I can get number 2. He can go down. I mean, the guy could go down, but... okay, I'm gonna create a table, and we'll see how we'll see if it fills quickly. Otherwise, I'll probably will go do other things I should be doing, such as like planning out my vacation a little more. I have a few more trip planning things I should really do. But you know, we'll see. Also, I will actually take my turn in this Puerto Rico game now that I have time to look at it a little more. Ew. I forgot that I don't like my position in this Puerto Rico game. Oh gosh, yeah, nothing good is actually going to come this round. What's there to plan? Can't I just wing it? Where am I going? I'm traveling. I have a 3-week vacation. I'm going to Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, and Denver. And anyhow, in COVID times, you actually have to like reserve times to quite a few attractions. Many things don't just allow walk-ups. Or, well, I think they do technically allow walk-ups, but a lot of them say, you know, if they're at capacity, they won't let you in. So I'm planning some things because otherwise I might not get to do them. That is a lot of stops. I have 3 weeks, so I'm in Seattle for 4 nights, Portland for 3 nights, yeah, San Francisco for 5 nights, and Denver for 3 nights. But this other game already filled. So yeah, apparently I'm not making this turn in Puerto Rico. And apparently I'm not planning more trips. So Space Needle stream, I mean yes and no. I mean, I'm obviously not actually streaming. We have good old second seat here. That's much preferred. Once again, we are kind of lucky on the seed order. The otherwise best player is after us, and the 2 more questionable players are in front. Here, Roof Baluster is probably the best card. I often like taking Seasonal just so nobody else gets the combos. I like Priest enough of the time, but I have soured on Priest a bit. Priest can put you in a really narrow position, and against weaker players, I think I prefer to have more control. Against stronger players, I'm more willing to take Priest. I think against stronger players, you can get away with not growing as aggressively, because you can trust them all to like police the board and not gift anybody too much. But otherwise, I've generally found that just pushing for early growth tends to be the winning strategy at these tables, or can be an even more winning strategy, because early growth gets even better when people leave you things behind. And so I kind of want to just take the seasonal worker and hope to get the day labor combos. I'm going to go for the day labor combos, but I maybe should just take Roof Baluster there. So here, House Steward is reasonably good. Conjurer is just kind of worse than... Conjurer is better than Seasonal as a crop source, unless you hit combos off of Seasonal Worker. So I could just take Conjurer. House Steward, I'm always so nervous to play unless I have any room discounters or if I get the Carpenter's Parlor, so it's hard for me to want to draft it too highly, and I'm not a huge fan of just dropping it into the game. And I'm really not a big small scale farmer fan for the exact same reason, where I think it's reasonably strong, except the whole point is I think early rooms are very strong against weaker players, and I still don't think these players are necessarily that strong. So I might just take the dumb Conjure. I think he's very good. It means that nobody else should want the oven necessarily. Wow, Childless. Again, okay. Well, sure. Third pick Childless. That's yeah, we'll just have the best card third. Why not? Someday everybody else is going to learn that Childless is very good and you shouldn't pass it, but that day is not here. So yeah. Good thing we didn't take small scale. Yeah, I mean, this is the other reason that, yeah, small scale can be iffy, right? Like, if you want to build an early room, small scale kind of, like, means that you don't. So, like, now I don't want to. Now I just want to take 3 wood. I just want to open this game 3 wood, 1 reed, and then round 2, like, Reedstone food into 2 wood. That'd be great, but we'll see. Today you were passed Childless by Red, who wound up winning the game. I mean, look, some days you can win the game even if you pass Childless. Oh, you should go back and watch the draft. I mean, I'm always curious what people take instead of Childless. I kind of get why people think Childless isn't good. You read the card and you're like, well, why do I not want to grow my family? That's bad. But what Childless really says is build the first room, which is already good, then get grain and veg, which is good, and then just see where things go. Well, the Cottager is in the game, so I could go for the slight day labor combos, but what's the point? The point is I'm probably not playing these cards because this is my crop source. I might play Conjure just as additional grain and food, but there's like no way I'm playing Seasonal, probably. Which means I don't really care about Cottager. Unless I get a Loam Pit, in which case I mildly care, but eh. Do I just take the Hedgekeeper? I kind of keep not taking Hedgekeeper, and then I worry about not getting enough wood, although I also like never find the time to play Hedgekeeper because I kind of hate playing Hedgekeeper. But if I get like Big Country, maybe I want Hedgekeeper as an out. Whereas, what am I doing with Clay Hut Builder beyond building late clay rooms? And I'm not really a build late room fan. Priest came back. I can't use Priest with Childless, but Priest is very good. Firewood Collector could be doable here, though, actually. Like, I grow with Childless, play Firewood Collector, and then start plowing. Yeah, actually, Firewood Collector is probably This might actually finally be a game I play Firewood Collector. Anyhow, looping back to the Space Needle stream though, I am a bit sad. NerdCube is also like currently doing a lot of vacation and traveling, but I was hoping to potentially meet up and do a kind of surprise in-person stream with NerdCube while I was in Seattle, because NerdCube is in Seattle, but NerdCube is not in Seattle when I'm in Seattle, which is of course just the sort of thing you'd expect. But okay, these are some miners. You never value Firewood Collector, but you really want to play it one of these days. Yeah, I do kind of want to. I agree. Like, I never find time to play Firewood Collector. There's some cards in these sets that I like claim are kind of good, and I never play them. Small Scale Farmer is one that I never draft or play Small Scale. I'm just like, Firewood Collector is another that I just like. Hedgekeeper, same thing. Like, I just never play these cards. I think this has to just be Sleeping Corner though, right? I mean, again, I have crops. I will put them into fields, and I'll just never build additional rooms. I'll be happy on a 3-room family, and I guaranteedly get grows late. Getting that point ceiling late, guaranteed, is really nice. Mantelpiece doesn't really work with my hand. Mining Hammer could be good, but Sleeping Corner is just better than Mining Hammer. I love me a Rammed Clay. I'm a little sad I don't have Clay Hut Builder now, because that's really good. Threshing Board, I also love Threshing Board with Childless Conjure. I really like the feeding option that provides off of a clay oven. But I think I just gotta take Rammed Clay. I would love to get Threshing Board back, but I probably shouldn't. I probably should get Dutch Windmill and Basket back. But sometimes people don't take Threshing Board highly enough, so we'll see. Rammed Clay is one of the reasons you love taking Clay Hut Builder. You never know. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Sorry, I haven't responded to some friends that have been texting me. All right, team. What did we get here? I'm not a fan of Herring Pot. Not a fan of Brook in general. Not a big fan of Young Animal Markets. Reasonably a fan of a Shifting Cultivation if you have enough food. I don't have plow help, and being able to plow off of miner can be really nice. Pond Hut also can be fine, but the 2 Ock thing is just really limited. And then paying a wood for a point and some food is fine, but don't think it's that good anymore. I think Shifting Cultivation is still pretty good. Especially with early childless crops, I'd really like to get that early sow action. That early sow action again could be really nice. Here I think I take Lumbermill. I'm a pretty big fan of Lumbermill. Not that I don't really have wood cost miners though, so it doesn't provide that much value. But I also just Corn Scoop and Pitchfork are dumb. I'm never taking grain off of the grain space. I have way too many other grain options. So the only other choice here is Shepherd's Crook. So I could pay a wood for 2 sheep. Could play an Ock for 2 sheep. I also don't always. The problem with Shepherd's Crook is I don't always fence big enough to make Shepherd's Crook work. So I think I do take Lumbermill. I'm not a big fan of Shepherd's Crook in general. Is really wow. Mining Hammer came back. I think that's a pretty easy Mining Hammer. Clay Embankment just saw. Well, Clay Embankment with Rammed Clay is a thing. It's not a great thing, but it is a thing. But Mining Hammer is also just a wood to a food and 2 points. Now, assuming I Reno twice, this is a hand that might not Reno twice. Maybe isn't the easiest mining hammer. God, am I really picking clay embankment over mining hammer? Like, it might be right here, but like normally it's not. I'm gonna take mining hammer anyhow. Especially if I can manage to get lumber mill out first, although not sure why I would, but here market stall just sucks. So I take Dutch windmill, although Dutch windmill also sucks. But what did I get 7th pick there? I'm distracted by texting friends, figuring out things this weekend. Oh, I got Young Animal Market. Young Animal Market's actually pretty sweet with this hand. Like, I might get breeding sheep going early enough with Consultant and stuff. And so having an out for the... having an out's pretty nice. Everything actually seems shrunk already, right? Weird. So small scale farmer gets ocked out first. That's fine. The safest way to play childless is to take 3 wood in round 1. I could try to take Reedstone food and then hope to get 2 wood, but it's way too risky. Taking the 3 wood here is by far the safest, and then I should be able to just take 1 reed. And just round 3 childless is very strong. It's just very good. It's what I'm gonna go for. Not gonna get fancier than that. Now, if I somehow wheel Reedstone food, love it. Bad players sometimes don't take Reedstone food, but I don't think these guys are that bad. Wow, there's a Harpooner in the game. I don't think you need to rush Harpooner. Like, Reedstone food is just better. Wow, yeah, 2 wood goes before Reedstone food here, though. If I get Reedstone food here, hilarious. Oh, team! Oh, my God. Why do people not like Reedstone food? Oh, my God. Oh, hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, okay. The only kind of risky thing about taking Reedstone food, to be fair, is like there's very likely to be a 2 reed action next round, and anyhow, whatever. This is, yeah, invalid game is correct. This is nuts. Like, got Reedstone food here. Like, what the hell? Start player pitchfork. I mean, that's why they took 2 wood, presumably. They wanted to just have a start player option, but like that's so weak. Like, just being last is fine. Prohel was right. Prohel was right. Yeah. Just take, why not just take 3 wood Reedstone food? We were talking about childless stuff there. Okay, 3 wood goes. I really want to take Reedstone food here, but I'll take 2 reed. I don't care which. But Reedstone food's definitely better. Ah, hilarious. We get Reedstone food again. And then I hope they get 2 wood. Now, getting 2 wood is not guaranteed, but... Oh, wait, 3 wood just got undone. Lutenist instead of 3 wood. I don't necessarily have Reedstone food here, but... it's been a while since you've played the Grick. Why is Reedstone food the optimal first turn move? So Reedstone food is kind of just the best action. It gives you a little bit of food, which is actually not negligible. And you need reed in order to build a room. And then stone is really helpful for points, for majors. Essentially what it comes down to, somebody's going to take 2 reed usually in order to build a room. And if you take 2 Reedstone food actions, it's essentially like you got a 2 food, 2 stone action. A 2 food, 2 stone action early is very strong. People sometimes take 3 food actions just because they need to feed. It just turns out that it's one of the best moves. Now, I might not get 2 wood here. Now, getting blocked from 2 wood would be pretty rough. Red did plow last time, so hopefully they plow again. Okay, good. We do get 2 wood. The dream continues, because why would this game not just go absolutely perfect? This is hilarious. Like, I can actually play Lumber Mill early here. Like, oh my God, this is amazing. You've been playing a lot of 2-player games. The lack of early stone is really noticeable. Yes. So early stone is, like, I think just undervalued by a lot of players, but like it's quite good. Teal start players, that's a little unfortunate because I do want to Ock, but everybody else has already kind of rushed out a lot of Ocks. So I think I'll get Ock next round. I mean, there's going to be 4 clay, 3 wood, Reedstone food, apparently 3 reed. How do any of these players plan to build rooms? Like, I guess Harpooner. Actually, they're going to open fishing, right? They have to open fishing? No, they take the 3 reed. Anyhow. So it's like taking 2 reed and 2 food with a stone bonus. Yeah, that's a reasonable way of looking at it. Like, again, I often look at it like 2 reed is a pretty good action in round 2. And so Reedstone food is essentially, in my opinion, a way to get 2 stone and 2 food in a single action. And a 2 stone, 2 food action would be highly taken. in the opening if it was able to, if it was like a spot on the board. Anyhow, Childless into room build here is hilariously good. Like hilariously good. The fact that these players still aren't taking, oh, they're finally taking Reedstone food. Wow, wait, Teal takes Reedstone food instead of fishing, but they totally set up a fishing combo. Teal has to have a Carpenter's Parlor. That's the only reason to take all this Reed, in my opinion. Like, they needed to take Reedstone food for Carpenter's Parlor, but what did Teal Teal opened the game with Harpooner instead of Reedstone food? That's such a mistake. Purple taking Teal's fishing, brutal. I mean, Teal not fishing was what was brutal. Like, Teal should have just opened fishing. You can't play Harpooner and this. And then Brook got played, right? Yeah, you passed a Brook. Like, you can't pass Brook and then expect people not to potentially abuse that. This board is going to be nuts next round, by the way. Like, I just can't even take this early game. Except, I mean, I can take this early game. This early game is hilariously good for me. If I get like 6 clay here with rammed clay in my hand, like, oh my god. I would love 6 clay here. I'm happy with 4 wood. Wow, the Brook player is taking 3 wood because they value a food over the extra wood. Red presumably should take Reed. Well, wait, Red's gonna take 4 wood. Yeah, Red looks like they're a big country player. So that is slightly scary, but not really. Hey, you know where that one other, the only I actually have the first sheep grab this game because why not? This should be even better. This is some Tempship Witches Fire and Ice. I mean, this is ridiculous. Come on, Red, let's get the 8 victory point big country. I do think Red's going to get a huge big country. That's the one thing I'll say. Red does look like he's going to have a massive big country game. So very cool. Kudos to him on that front. Purple's start playing. People are start playing. Wow, Canoe. Oh my god. Fishing fight. Oh, team. This game could not be going any better for me. These players are just killing each other with bad actions. Oh, it's hilarious. I can take another Reedstone food action. I think I will. I mean, I also could just build the first fireplace. I have an embarrassment of riches. Oh, I just can't stop laughing at this one. Or just smiling. I'm going to take Reedstone food, though. I think I'm taking Reedstone food because I think I might get back in the room queue really quickly. If Red is not growing again this game and there's a house steward in the game, I might just grow a lot. Although I still think this is an axe. I think Teal must have an axe. Or Carpenter's Parlor. I still call it axe. But I'm going to take Reedstone food. It's the best action. 4 clay, first fireplace, Reedstone food. I mean, correct, right? That's the point. Like, the board is insane, right? Like, all of those are great options. I don't know what the right choice was there. I chose Reedstone food, partly to start building up for another room, is my thought. Also, I'm just kind of greeting 5 clay next round as part of my thought. But Cottager, all right, that's fine. I don't care about Cottager. Come on, let's just flip Grow, too. Do I want to flip Grow? I mean, I have Childless. I don't really care where Grow flips, but I would like to Grow first. We get Grow! Oh, okay. That's fine. I will just take a Veg here. I have no other Veg source, and I probably will wind up playing Conjure or something this game now in order to get more grain, maybe. But I get to take an action before growing here. Wow, 2 Beggars? Wait, Red took 2 Beggars? Okay. Red is a legend. Well, Red takes the clay. So Red, with first growth here, I'm going to just build the... Well, is Red going to fence big and take my sheep? I was going to say, I was going to build a hearth here. I can push the queue back. I can't necessarily push the queue back, right? Purple's currently start player and is going to build a room, probably. But I might be able to just push the queue back as an option, you're right. Oh, I could start player to push the queue back. That's an interesting argument, actually, though. Probably not worth it, but maybe. I do think I just build the major here, though. Now, the question is the fireplace worth it over the hearth? And I think the answer is yes. I think I have time to upgrade to a hearth later this game. And I don't even know if I'm getting the sheep for sure. Purple should build a room here. Yeah, purple is going to build a room. So either I have to start player into grow, or I just grow. And I probably just grow. Although, God, if teal actually has axe... Okay, I'm getting the sheep anyhow. Red is choosing not to fence, so... I think I do just grow into a giant pile of sheep and continue to laugh at everything. Lumber mill here is totally fine. Although, I mean, I can't play the well, but whatever. Lumber mill's fine. Teal's going to start player the axe, or Carpenter's Parlor. Yep, there it is. So teal's going to build rooms. Purple's going to grow. I'm going to take the sheep. Red is going to fence 15 and play round 6 big country. Yeah, red is going to play a big country. I'm probably going to get 6 wood at the start. Well, if red start player is big country, they should take 6 wood. Whatever. The board is insane for me. Things are fantastic. Teal actually opens fishing because of the fishing fight. So purple's still going to grow, but purple has food problems now because of the fish battle. But yeah, this game is... Oh, wait, no, purple's still just going to grow first action because reasons. Whatever. I'm getting a 10 food action here. I mean, this, like, whatever. This game's insane. Red's going to start player and I'm going to be second again? Correct. Red is going to start player and I'll be second. Which I don't totally know what I'm going to be second for, though, because the 6 wood action should get taken. Oh, but I might get the 6 clay action at the start of next round then. That could be a thing. I might leave this clay pile so that I either get 6 wood or 6 clay. But I'm definitely taking these sheep. Otherwise, red might take the sheep. And I love the idea of having stupid amounts of food. Unfortunately, teal is not building a room. Teal's going to be one of these players that's going to try to triple build. I'm a little sad because... Yeah, there's a huge big country, though. Really nice. That part's nice. But the 2 beggars... I mean, the tough part is, like, this is really, like, only a 2-point big country because he wipes out the rest with beggars. Anyhow, I'm going to take another Reedstone food because that's a good action. And then I might just take 3 wood here and then get another 3 wood and then be able to build a room. I mean, teal should build a room before that, but I don't know that I want to leave 6 wood to the big country player that's running small scale farmer. I mean, maybe they don't take 6 wood. That's really the main bet here is, do I somehow get 6 wood? But if red's a good player, they're not going to let me have 6 wood. So I just don't think I let red have 6 wood is the answer. Teal's possibly lining up cottager builds with wall builder. Oh, duh, wait, they also have cottager. You're right. Why are they not building? Huh. Why does the big country player need 6 wood? For stables? The real reason is if you're playing big country, Lumen said this on his stream, but like you just can't let other people have 6 wood actions. Like, yeah, you could build stables, you could try to go for a joinery. Now, the tough part is red's still just adding so much wood to the game off small scale. Like, they don't really want to take a 6 wood action, probably, but you can't let me have 6 wood here. Like, if I'm playing against any other expert, there was no way I would have risked the 6 wood. Like, I'm in such a crazy position. I grew first. I got the first huge sheep grab. I have childless and got my crops already. Like, you can't let me have 6 wood. Are there any cards in the expansions that interact with beggar tokens? So, no, yes and no. There's no cards in the expansions that get rid of beggars. That's a pretty important thing for revised, in my opinion, because there are cards that purposely give you negative points in order to offset how good they are. There's a really cool card called Begging Student. Anyhow, I would love to take 6 clay here, and I'm probably supposed to take 6 clay, but I'm curious if Teal's actually going to build and grow. Taking 3 wood here gives me the opportunity to potentially build and grow and just absolutely smash this game. So, Mendicant is gone. Correct. Mendicant is gone. Okay, Teal is smart enough to build and grow, though. So, good for them. I probably won't get 6 clay, so that was a bit risky, but hey, whatever. Little risky is fine. Anyhow, Mendicant is gone because so there's a card called Begging Student. It allows you to you get a beggar when you play it, but you just get to play an occupation for free every harvest. So it essentially lets you play all of your occupations. Damn it! I almost got that 6 clay, but purple undid their oc action to take 6 clay. So I mean, whatever. Again, I got greedy as heck, so whatever. Going for the room build was pretty greedy instead of taking the huge clay pile. Although I still just build the next. Oh no, Teal did double build too, like they were supposed to. Teal gave up on their cottager though. This cottager is looking really questionable, but. Do I have an opinion on them removing Mendicant? It's very good. Removing Mendicant is very important because of what they've done in Revised. Like, you can't. So, there is a card in Revised that allows you to negate up to 7 negative points. It's called Writing Chamber. It's very bannable. As soon as it hits BGA, it's going to be banned. You cannot allow a card in Revised to wipe out negative points because of the fact that they've created a set of cards that give you negative points in order to offset how good they are. There's a card called Early Cattle. It gives you -3 points, but it gives you a pair of cows. So, like, that could be an interesting gambit, right? Like, fence early and get breeding cows. Anyhow, sorry, I'm supposed to play this game, and you guys are all trying to distract me and make me lose. Smart strategy. Smart strategy. Is this the game I actually play Firewood Collector? I talked about it. I could play Firewood Collector here and start plowing. And given that I want to build another wood room because grow came early and there's silliness, I think this is. Let's actually run Firewood Collector for once in our lives. I also want to sow eventually. So yeah, let's do this. This is fun. I never play Firewood Collector. Interesting. So no cards that make them less negative or give you special abilities if you have them. Yeah. There's no cards that like want you to have beggars though, to be fair. Yeah, there's nothing like that in the set. Clay pipe from Teal's fun. You blinked again. What was all that excess fruit? All my food is from my sheep grab. Yeah, I got a silly amount of food from that sheep grab. Absolutely silly. Purple has real feeding issues here too, which is delightful. Purple doesn't want to touch traveling because they played the silly lutenist, but I'm not going to help them. Oh, they are going to use their pitchfork here though, almost certainly. I'm going to help them because they're going to pitchfork off of me. Do I want to help them? Whatever, their game sucks. I don't care. Four Reedstone food actions the first 6 rounds, starting with 3 food, first stock free. Oh yeah, correct. My food's that's also correct. That's why I have so much food. I mean, I've taken a bunch of Reedstone food. Like, I'm getting grain wood with Firewood Collector now. I'm getting grain wood with Fire Collect. Oh, I could take grain wood. Yeah, duh. Red is opening with an Ock here, and I just get a 4 wood action. And a Grocer. Ooh, Grocer with Big Country is super cool. Then Clearing Spin, that's fun. But I'm gonna take 4 wood here. I'm going to wind up building another wood room. Teal is presumably just growing this round, so I'm not even really trying to push the issue. I'm just planning to grow next round. I'm planning to grow in round 9. Yeah. Growing in round 9 again seems good here. There's a house steward in the game, so building another room's good. I mean, I'm really not contesting house steward, I don't think, with the carpenter's parlor in the game, though. I don't really want to fight it that hard, but I think I'll go build a 4th room. I will eventually plow 5 fields. I will fence. I'll sleeping quarter potentially for my final growth, but You like the grocer, but probably have to be first action. I mean, this is the tough part. When you only have 2 family members, like, do they need to take a 4 wood action? Maybe they should, but like, what else do you want them to do? Stone Tongs got played, and so unfortunately, purple could go for a well here. I'm hoping purple has like a Reno game plan instead, because I kind of wanted the well still, because again, I'm a greedy son of a gun that wants everything. It's like 80 to 90% probably, but 100% necessary to do before anyone else sows around 9. Yes. That's I agree with Lumen there too. Like I presumably like Red's game plan very much involves sowing all these crops, and I technically could plow and then sow as some of my actions in this upcoming stage. So like, oh, but they're actually paying to Reno again too. They already Renoed to clay. I didn't even pay attention to that. So they have some sort of stone house card. Oh, they have the manservant probably. I don't know. Okay. I can take Reedstone food and try to get the well. I can just build the room now and see if teal's actually going to grow. I mean, the answer is teal should grow. It'd be pretty stunning if they didn't, but screw it though, right? Let's give ourselves the chance for luck. I've seen dumber things. I can plow plus start player to block red sow. Oh, that's true. I could have. I chose not to. Teal does just grow, as expected. It's fine. I'm happy to just grow next round. If I take Reedstone food here, I can actually renovate to the well next round. Purple's going to start player. Purple plays junk room. I don't care about that. Yeah, that was giving up growth in order to block Lumen Sheep today was pretty brutal. Like that was such a wrong call, but you know, people make wrong calls. It happens. But yeah, it was definitely brutal. Anyhow, let's just take another Reedstone food action, right? I mean, even if I don't get the well, there's a lot of majors. I'll get something. Or it's just to eventually Reno to stone, but like, this is fine. Plowing was also very reasonable there. Plowing might have been correct. You gotta love somebody taking a 1 food fishing action while there's like actions like 3 read on the board. I mean, I get that they have Harpooner, and so it's probably right, but like, this is kind of why I hate Harpooner. Like, you're just taking such a terrible action that nobody else wants. I mean, I guess it gives you a lot of food, though, so like, they have a lot of food. The well probably gets built here, unfortunately. I don't know what other thing he's made. Oh, maybe build a hearth and take the sheep. Purple's food is pretty bad. He is just gonna build a well. Drats. That sucks. I mean, it's very reasonable, but I was hoping that purple had bigger needs than taking the well, but they didn't. To be honest, I'm not sure that purple didn't have bigger needs, but oh well. My priorities this round. I could take the Reed stack and renovate to the BMW. Reed stack, renovate BMW, grow. That's a pretty good sequence for me too, actually. The BMW should be pretty good this game with the Harpooner. Grow, hammer, then Reno. Good call, Lumen. Good call. Take the Reed, grow, then Reno. That's also important. You're right. I don't want to Reno before using up Mining Hammer, but nobody else. Well, purple could Reno, but even if I get Reno blocked, it's not that important. As long as I take this Reed action, nobody else is building the BMW before me. And I don't need the BMW food this stage, but gotta run. Good luck. Yes, thank you. Yes, please wish me good luck. I clearly need it, Lumen. I might lose other. Yeah, I mean, no, this game looks like such a cakewalk from here, probably. But an assistant tiller. So that's how purple's going to feed. Okay, I mean, Assistant Tiller is a great card, and I've said before that you don't have to rush it early. It's totally fine to play it in the mid game and then spam it. But it is hilarious to me that the Assistant Tiller, the Cottager, and the Seasonal Worker all wound up in separate hands. Anyhow, I will grow with the Mining Hammer here, get that extra stable option, and then try to Reno BMW here. Teal is going to day labor a room, blocking purple's day labor to plow. Ugh. Just, you gotta love watching this. Mid to late game Assistant Tiller is interesting. You're so used to just seeing it early. Yeah. So again, I think people kind of overplay Tiller early, and then they wind up taking a lot of day labor actions early. And like that's fine because often there isn't that many better things to do. But you make everybody else's actions in stage 1 better when you're not contesting things too, right? Like again, like that's part of it. Like wow. So there's gonna be 6 clay next round, but they take this 4 clay pile because of the brook. I guess I'm just gonna hope to get that 6 clay because again I still have the hidden rammed clay. But again, I mean regardless, this game is going great. Looks like I'm gonna plow. Am I trying to build another room to fight House Steward? By the way, if I get 6 clay, it might actually be for a clay room. I might try to tie House Steward, but I guess regardless, the stable's going to go down here. I'm going to plow across the top and possibly this space and then fence 6 spaces so that I just stable here. And then we're going to take a BMW. Oh, the BMW does mean that I don't really have the room parts because I'm going to eat a reed here. Eating a reed for food tempo is totally correct, but my food tempo is pretty nice now. With between a fireplace and the BMW, I'm looking good. There's still a lot of resources. I have 4 actions. I mean, things look really, really very good overall. Teal's going to start player. That's a bit of a bummer. That means that it's pretty unlikely I get 6 clay here. Yeah, I like don't know how I'm going to get 6 clay here. 3 field rotation. This is a really questionable start player to me. Teal already can grow next round, and they've already played 5 minor improvements. So this looks like a player that start player is a bit too much to me. Because, like, what's even to grow with now? But, whatever. I have enough good things to do is my claim, although if 6 clay goes, 4 wood goes, 3 wood plow, like, the board could get pretty shitty pretty fast. This is just building up, which is pretty hilarious. I mean, I get that there is the lootness to the game and everybody else is pretty well fed, but at a certain point, do I try to play Conjure or do I just take 6 food because I can? Manservant comes off of the Scholar. I mean, Red has a really fun game if they just didn't take a Beggar. But would it be insane if Teal start played in part just to make me last? No, not necessarily. But like, okay, so they took clay here, right? So they took 6 clay. Why not just take 4 clay? I mean, I guess 6 clay is that much better for them, but like, I don't know. This is another. Was this a 2 stone action again? Yeah, 2 stone actions first is wrong. I mean, I get 4 wood here, like fine. I'm apparently just never playing rammed clay, but like I don't really care. The pigs did disappear right away. That made a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Things are okay here. I'm gonna plow next action and get a wood. That's for sure good. I'm really not sure about purple taking all. I mean, it is a double late stone game, so that does make stone tongs better. Like, there's a ton of majors left, but is this the same game? No, I played a second game CS, but it's understandable that it looks the same because I got childless again for I got 30. Oh, this game is dirty. You don't even like. I was second seat and I got childless 3rd in the draft. I opened this game with 3 wood and wheeled Reedstone food as the 6th action in round 1. Next round I got Reedstone food 2 wood, so I still got round 3 childless with 2 Reedstone food actions. I then got to just grow in round 5, build the fireplace, get the first sheep grab. Like, it's been a little nutty. It's been delightful, but it's been nutty. It's been stupid is what it is, but you need to contact the site. Clearly cheating. I mean, yeah, it was it was pretty absurd. Anyhow, I'm definitely plowing and taking a wood here with firewood collector. I might even just sow my crops here, like plow and then just sow my grain veg seems fine. And then take like another Reedstone food action. Maybe take a cow. I don't know if I want to leave 2 cows, although again, I'm not that scared of Reds. Maybe I should not totally discount Reds game. It's so easy to discount Red's game when he took 2 beggars. Like, I just can't get over that. But Red's gonna have like everything else, so I don't know. Teal's game is looking okay too. There's just so much wood in this game. Like Teal's gonna have fences and has the house steward points unless I find a way to build another room. Purple's doing good. I mean, this is a tricky game because there's so much extra growth because red never grew. I mean, this is why CS and I think, argue to grow when you have big country. I kind of get why you don't want to grow with like small scale farmer. Like this is a very nice game to never grow with, but you still give so much advantage. Like everybody's scores just increase by a lot, which maybe is okay. You have a big country, but red is going to start player. We love that. Love being second instead of last. Curious what red's actually going to play here, though. Red is buying some resources. Probably like an acorns basket, then, if they're buying a reed. A lasso. Okay. I mean, lasso is not that scary when you have only 2 people, but go for it, yeah. I'm going to plow. I maybe do take a single cow. I just don't know if I want to leave 2 cows. Wow, teal's gonna fence. I'm not a big fan of fencing only partially when you're not gonna get guaranteed animal pairs. Oh, I forgot that at Young Animal Market. The single cow grab is actually pretty good here with Young Animal Market as an option too. Like that makes it that much more likely I can get breeding cows going. Purple is renovated here. I think I'm glad to see that. The reno queue is really easy, and I do definitely want to reno to stone this game. There's easily enough resources for me to reno to stone. Stone oven here. If they're gonna bake this grain, I think that's. I think they are gonna bake this grain. They have no grain source, so they're just gonna have to pitchfork again eventually. I don't like how I don't like how purple's trying to feed and refusing. I mean, I get why purple's refusing to take that because they played a dumb Lutenist, but Lutenist is dumb, so. Reedstone food's a fine action for me. I mean, it's not great, but it's at worst 4 food in a stone. Teal's just going to grow to max family here, and I think I just take the cow. The only other thing I can really do here is, like, I guess I could play the Conjurer finally, but I don't need to Oh, I could sow still, I talked about. Is sow better than 2 cows? I just let red have 2 cows. We prefer to sow with more fields? No, see, that's what I was just realizing. Maybe sowing here is correct, because I don't really, otherwise I'm just going to sow next round. Oh, red also wants to sow. Huh, so that's funky. Red's gonna open 2 cows and sow off of lasso. I'm not gonna get sow next round though. If I take a cow here, red's always like opening with sow. Yeah, I'm just gonna sow here. I want these crops in the ground to start multiplying. That is a nice sequence for red. Red's gonna sow and take the cows though. It's pretty likely, I think, but that's okay. I can like take 3 wood and get my fencing done next round. Yeah, I'm okay with just 3 wood and get my fencing next round. Or maybe I'm supposed to plow. Plowing actually might be better. Well, God, there's an assistant tiller in the game, but I mean, I think I'm gonna want 5 fields. Although there's quite a bit of value to just getting to plow. Also, there's value to just taking the wood away from the others. Red used up like all their thinking time last turn, so now they're in slight timer trouble. But I also should respond to a friend here, finally. The 2 cows are going. That's expected. What else came that I wasn't paying attention to? A late clay hut builder. I guess they're going to try to get a pottery. But that's cool. The fact that I'm never playing rammed clay is pretty crazy. But I'm just not going to use rammed clay in this game. It's just not needed. I do eventually have some food problems on the horizon. BMW is only going to feed me for so long. So I probably should try to like take wood, fence, and then maybe play consultant or take the sheep if they still exist. Getting some breeding sheep going is probably a good idea. Red's clock is so unfortunate. I mean, Red is doing this to himself. Like, I mean, Red is taking very long time to do these actions, although reorganizing animals and stuff sucks. Also, Red can't breed everything because they can't build stables yet, so. But, I mean, Red took way too long to think about start playing that lasso, and now they're undoing everything. Like, Red, you need to play faster. Like, we agreed to play this game at a certain time limit. Oh, he needed to buy his groceries, though. What? I don't know, whatever. But you'd be very tempted to kick if you were the other players who weren't crushing it. Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's the big issue here. Like, the other players seem to be nice, but yeah, if I were the other players, like, I would. You've always wanted to hit the skip turn button. I mean, that's the problem here. I agree. Like, it's not that insane for the other players to be like, "Hey, you're not playing fast enough. I can boot you." Like, it's definitely a bit rude because clearly Red's playing, but like, you've agreed to play at a certain time limit and you're not. Like, you're using way more thinking time than you're allowed. Like, they can boot him. He's doing all of his clearing spade stuff right away because why not take an even longer turn? Anyhow, Red is going to have a crazy valuable farm. He has everything else. He has everything to make a farm really points heavy, so I'll give him that. This is not a terrible joinery game, but I don't have time for the joinery. God, you gotta love this fishing fight. The fact that multiple players have fishing cards so that there's first action fishing with the harpooner stuff. Oh, delightful. Purple start player is a little annoying, but people love to start player for they just love to start player for this round 12 action. But I think I'm just taking the sheep here. I forgot that I have a stable, so like I have guaranteed breeding, and I always get fence back, but I might not get the sheep back. And I'm happy to eat a sheep here. It's fine. I plan to eat some sheep. Like breeding sheep and eating a couple is part of how I'm gonna feed going forward. And I know I have the consultant as an out, but I think this is a good round for me. Just take the sheep, take the wood, fence 15 here in a sec, get my fences out of the way. Maybe plow to end the round if I'm allowed to. If I'm not allowed to, it's possible just another Reedstone food. Wow, Master Bricklayer. That's late. I mean, there's a couple of improvements left, but it's pretty late. Oh, fence 15 here. Oh, Red is at least out of the round. Lasso. Yeah, took care of that. I'm fencing 15 and leaving myself maximum capacities. Oh, do I want the stable in a small pasture, actually? I probably want the stable in a big pasture, right? I'm not going to need the stable in a small pasture. I never, also, it doesn't matter. I'm never maxing capacity, so whatever, but. I think I might get a pair of boars. We'll see. But I might be left a pair of boars, which would be pretty sweet. Getting the pottery out, of course. I mean, he played Master Bricklayer. That had to be a pottery there. The pottery is pretty good. Everybody else added a ton of clay to the game. Plow does get taken. This guy has assisted tiller. What's he doing plowing? God, that sucks. But oh well, whatever. I don't need it that bad. But That's a little unfortunate. I probably do just take Reedstone food. Or 7 food. I was talking about how I have slight food issues, but I could just take a 7 food action. Probably should just take a 7 food action, right? I mean, my food's done for the game then. Reedstone food might still be better. I mean, watching people take 2 food fishing with a 7 food pile on the board, yeah, I mean, it is pretty hilarious. I mean, there's so much food in the game, but I don't have that much. Well, I mean, I do have it. If I take Reedstone food here and then I'm breeding sheep, the Reedstone food might be better. I really want to get that stone to Reno. And this is still quite a bit of food too, and potentially points. I don't know if I need this much food. Although I want to grow again. I mean, everybody's like going to grow a lot this game, probably. I'll go the Reedstone food route. I do think I want to build the joinery if I'm allowed to, but Teal might get to the joinery before I do. But I do think the joinery is worth it here. There's enough wood, especially like with my firewood collector is going to wind up producing a decent amount more wood. I mean, I guess I could build stables instead then, so maybe joinery is not needed. But what did Teal do? Teal took a veg. That's good. I think a pair of boar are going to be left. Yeah, Teal's taking his crops. So a pair of boar are going to be on the board. That's my priority is probably the pair of boar. Although the plows are going to get pretty tight here between Teal and I. I think I still have to take the boar first, though, right? I mean, the boar are quite good here, also. The boar is a 3.2 food action. I think I have to do that. I have a hidden plow in my hand still, too. Not that I really want to play that and pass it to Teal, but that's just one more plow potential. So I think I have to open this round with the boar. Young animal market here is still actually totally good too. Like I should be able to get all my breeding types going. So my animal score should be pretty nice. My plow and crop score should be pretty good. I should wind up in a stone house. I should max out BMW. I should get to a max family. Like I should have a very nice game here, which I mean, again, like everything's gone well largely. The only real issue is I never took like those big 6 clay actions. I've taken a decent number of 3 wood and 4 wood actions at least, which is nice, but I maybe should have found time to sneak in some other stuff, but whatever. Family growth does flip. I would expect to see purple take it. Red just has no time because he has so many weird things happening and so few actual turns. I guess this is the hidden downside of lasso, everybody. It counts as 1 turn, so you don't get extra turn timer. Purple does grow, which is totally fine. I'd expect red to start player for grow then, because what else is red doing this game, right? Like, I think red has to get grow. They don't have more points beyond sowing and building stables. But regardless, I'm taking the pigs. Yeah, red does start player, so that's lovely. I get plow sow next round. Love that. Because red's gonna grow, so I can take plow sow, and then I can probably play sleeping quarter. Red had to start player nada. Also love that. I'm definitely gonna take these boar. I mean, I might wheel a boar, but I'm not gonna risk it. Feels good they don't have sleeping quarter. Yeah. If red had sleeping quarter here, their game would be a lot better, right? Being able to max their family is like really their only reason they're not. Well, again, these 2 beggars are really holding them back too, but. My next action might be 4 wood joinery. No, it's plow. Sorry, plow is more important. The joinery is a bit aggressive, and Teal's probably gonna just build the joinery on me. Although Teal still needs wood defense. Yeah, whatever. I need to plow. Plowing is clearly the most important action. Blocking Teal's plows is also hilarious. Like Teal not getting to plow is great. Purple also not being able to fence is great. Like I should just win this game pretty easy. It looks like I can't imagine who else is contesting me. Red probably takes wood so they can stable. No, red sows. Red should sow. so that they can. Well, Red also doesn't have. What's Red's feeding plan, by the way? Oh, Red doesn't have a feeding plan. That's also. Oh, Manservant. Duh, Manservant's their feeding plan, but they're thinking a lot about sowing. Yeah, I mean, look, Red needs to play faster. Like, well, okay, they're playing fast enough, but they are sowing. But yeah, I don't like. When you're at this much timer trouble, you gotta play faster. But anyhow, this looks like a pretty clean win here too, which is nice. And these guys are well enough rated that I probably do get to number 3 elo, which is nice because, as I said, that might be the more realistic goal for me. But anyhow, plow here is great. One thing I haven't talked about that I forgot about is I could potentially build another room for house steward points. It's probably wrong, but that is a potential option still. Purple's taking their grain action again, that's fine. I could take 3 wood here and still build the joinery, but is that a distraction from what's good? Wow, purple just quit the game. That's obnoxious. Well, red thud time. They're from the US, they speak English, they're still online. They could have just kicked red. Yeah, I mean that's the most confusing thing. Like, why did you quit the game instead of kicking red? Like, what a weird like sense of I don't know what. Oh, that's so sad. This game's so close to done. Why would you quit? That's so annoying. I get no elo now, by the way, because I'm just gonna get counted as a tied win here, but this is such a like easy slick win. It's so frustrating when people do this. They've played 618 games recently, but they do have a leave penalty on Agricola today as well. This is pretty crazy though. Like, I mean, they have decent rep. They've played a ton of games. Like, I have a rep filter on my games to try to avoid this. I mean, BGA largely works. People are largely good, and I mean, whatever. But I guess I'm out of here too. I mean, there's no point to play this game. But it's so annoying. I need to wait for the other player to quit so that the game can end, so I can actually give ratings out. But it's This is it's a very easy red thumb, and hopefully they pick up some really bad reputation from this because yeah, you can't do this. Like, the game only had another like 15 minutes if you just played it out. Like, I think I was cruising to an easy win, right? I mean, even if I just take Reedstone food and Reno, I have 2 stables, I have a stone house, I'm definitely growing again. I'm getting plow sow to start next round. Oh, Red's playing it out, which is why the game's taking a while here. I could get back in the game, but whatever. I've already missed my actions. But I would definitely have got plow sow. I would have probably taken a single cow last round, and then I'd be able to start player sleeping quarter. I could rend sleeping quarter. I could rend young animal market. So I would wind up with. I also am gonna get another plow action, so I'm gonna wind up with. I'm gonna wind up with Max Fields, Stonehouse, Max Family, 23, 27, 31. 33, 37, 39, 41, 42, 43, 46, 47, 48, 49, 51. Probably take a reed stack, 54. So I have at least 54. And that assumes, oh, and sleeping quarter, 55. And then I think I still have another action or two. So maybe another sow action. Maybe a couple of stables after I do all of that too. I was on my way to like a 58. I still get elo? No, I don't. There's no way I'm getting elo for this game. Or I mean, I'm gonna get. Well, they fixed that, right? Deranged. I mean, I'm not actually gonna lose. Like, I get 0 elo for tying with the others. Is the upshot. They have fixed that. So I technically will gain a pittance of elo for beating the lowest rated player. I won't gain anything, exactly. Tying with the others means I will gain nothing. So I gain nothing against the other two players. So the only gain I get is for whatever I get against the worst player here. But beating this player is going to get me like 1 elo or something. I mean, it's so much less than I would have got if this game had continued. But yeah, I was on my way to an upper 50s. It's been a while since I got an upper 50s and everything went right. Red got to a 45. Oh yeah, nope. See, I actually did net 0 here. Oh, because yeah, never mind. They don't even give me my 2. Yeah, never mind. They don't even give me my 3 points for beating purple. They just add it all up, realize it's negative, and then make it 0 instead. What a dumb. Yes, everyone should avoid this person. They quit the game on purpose without an explanation. Oh, yeah, it's so dumb. Like, right? Like, I was on my way to number 3 there, and they just quit the game. I mean, this was a pretty long game. Apparently, I was thinking as long as Red, which is pretty classic me while I'm streaming. I guess in defense, Red was playing much faster, but again, I guess worst case, like at least boot this player. Like boot this player. Then if you're gonna quit, I don't want them to boot the player either. But I wanted Red to play faster. I would not have. I don't blame if they boot them. I'm like a little annoyed, but honestly, I don't blame them. I blame Red for not playing fast enough. But yeah, everybody else gains elo. I get nothing. So dumb. Red winds up with 45, and they got their ideal actions. I easily beat Red. These other players, yeah, this was such an easy win. This was a huge win. It was a crazy rage quit. It's such a weird rage quit. Like you could have, like, also what caused them to rage quit, right? Like that was the other weird thing. Like sometimes you can kind of understand what caused them to rage quit, but like they took grain food. They seemed to be doing okay. Like nothing was going that wrong, and then they just quit. Like. I mean, their game obviously isn't very good. Like they're not winning here. They don't have enough win defense. Like it's not that good of a game. They were gonna lose, but God, I have such an easy win here. It's so annoying. I mean, I just have to get over it. But again, like I have limited time in order to get up to these rankings. Like I can't play another game tonight. I need to go walk my dog and do a little bit of packing and trip planning stuff. And oh well, I might get one game in tomorrow, maybe. So I might get the number 3 rated, but there's no way I can stream it. I don't think. I'm way too busy tomorrow. Saturday I'm very busy. Sunday I might get another stream or 2 in before I leave. But then, yeah, I mean, there won't be streams for quite a while. So hopefully I can get one more, because this is a really disappointing way to, like, this is a really dumb way to, like, potentially end So hopefully this is not how we actually end. Oh, I'm also finally paying attention that I kind of cut off the boards with chat. We'll finally move chat for the future too. How about? There we go. But yeah. I mean, this one was kind of cool to see too, right? Like, at least this game was like, I mean, this game shows how you should win a game. I had a win here to be to be a little clearer to people how I would have finished it out. I was likely to take Reedstone Food. Reedstone Food guarantees me my like I would have been able to renovate to stone. That gets me a stable off Mining Hammer. Another important action was probably take a single cow. With single cow, I have the option to start dropping the young animal market, get breeding cows. So I would have been able to breed cows, sheep, and boar. So I have everything breeding. I would have ended with 4 sheep, 4 cows, 3 boar. I was going to get plow sow, so I would have had another field, and I would have got to plant my crops again. In the final round, I would have hoped to be able to like start player on the plow sow again. That would have been like the real dream. Like take plow sow, start player young animal market, take plow sow again in the final round. I would have renovated to like sleeping quarter. I'm eventually taking a growth, eventually taking the big reed stack, and then I might have 1 or 2 actions left. Because of all those plow sows, I've picked up a bit more wood from firewood collector. Maybe build another stable or 2. But regardless, that's loosely how it would have gone. I would have maxed my fields, maxed my crops, maxed my pastures, had good animal points, had some stables, had some offboard points, maxed out the BMW, wound up with max family, good sized stone house. But wasn't to be. But yeah, anyhow, thanks all for hanging out and chatting. It was a fun night still. And I mean, whatever. Like this game was pretty ridiculous in how well it went for me. So I mean, that was always a thing too. It does look like it went assistant tiller. So I'm guessing that assistant tiller got picked, and then maybe it was grocer, and then that's why I got childless. Let's actually check that out quick. I am curious why I got a third pick childless at least. So let's go figure that out, and then I will head off. Or, well, no, I probably head off, but you're still very confused by Agricola? No, that's fair. Agricola is crazy complicated. Like, Agricola really is one of the hardest games to learn to play well, I think, so. Okay, I want to look. Oh, I don't remember the turn order. I want to look at this player, though, right? The player that quit. I want to know what they had in their opening pack. Their opening pack was Tiller, Childless, and then Scholar apparently got picked by Red, though, instead of Childless. So that's a mistake. Picking Tiller instead of Childless is defensible. There's a lot of ways that you get. Wow, Lutenist over Grocer is very wrong. Lutenist is not a good card. Grocer's a great card. Grocer's, yeah, so that's super wrong, but whatever. These things happen. Let's look then at, this was Red's position, so what did they first pick? Red does, no, I saw the small scale farmer. What the heck is Red first picking out of this pack? Brushwood Collector? I don't remember seeing Brushwood Collector. Wow, yeah, they're first picking Brushwood Collector. Well, that's also just very wrong. And then they take Carpenter. Oh, they take Scholar on the wheel. They took Carpenter because they saw House Steward in the opening pack, and they passed. Wow. Yeah, so, I mean, passing Childless is just crazy when you have Brushwood Collector in your hand, too. Like, I mean, yeah, whatever. Passing Childless is very wrong, everybody. That's really the lesson. Even this game, Childless was very good. It was a 2 food, 1 grain, 1 veg action, and I still just grew first because I built the first room. Like, nothing wrong with growing first and getting crops out of the way. Anyhow, I don't know if there was a lot of other lessons there either beyond take Reedstone food early too. I mean, part of why my game was so good is because I got so much early Reedstone foods. There were other lessons too, I'm sure. But anyhow, regardless, fun one. Just really a disappointing way to end. It's really annoying when people quit. The other lesson is don't quit games, but you all know that. It's obviously really bad sportsmanship. Don't be a bad sport. Don't purposely quit games. Also, BGA's reputation system should eventually come at you, but Apparently not hard enough. Oh, actually, is this leave penalty? Sorry, when I looked at their profile, this leave penalty was from our game. So they like never do this. Like, why did they quit? It's so confusing. They've almost played 100 games of Agricola. They've never raged quit before. Like, what caused them to quit this game? It's possible something really did come up to them because they are offline now and they never responded to my message. So, like, maybe something really did come, but, like, usually you message people. Yeah, exactly. Like, they speak English. So, like, usually, like, if they at least had the courtesy to, like, drop something about why they're quitting, I maybe don't give them a red thumb. Like, I understand things occasionally can happen, and, like, they do have otherwise sterling reputation here. Like, I mean, they left a Seven Wonders duel game once, but again, they've also played 600 games, so, like, I don't know. I don't. Nah, whatever. That happens. It's just an unfortunate time for it to happen when I had like a guaranteed top 3 elo wrapped up, and I would really try to grind my elo. So I'm not totally playing these games just for fun. I'm playing them for points. But oh well. Anyhow, maybe their internet dropped. I mean, that's the thing. It's not that their internet dropped though, right? If their internet drops, it means that they're gonna sit there and time out. But they purposely quit the game. So like it's a different level. Like when you purposely quit the game, you have to click buttons and click a warning that says like it's really inconsiderate to do this. Are you sure you're doing this? Like you have to know what you're doing. So this definitely wasn't just an internet dropped out. It was a purposeful leave because of how it went, but why? Still don't know. Anyhow, we'll never know. Again, it was fun hanging out, fun doing stuff. Oh, I actually lied. We're gonna switch. I lied. We're getting some bonus content. I've also been grinding some Can't Stop, and I don't have a ton of time. But let's make this stream stupidly long. Let me switch over to Testing that. Oh yeah, there we are. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I switched scenes and for some reason the audio was totally incorrect on this. Yeah. The audio was incorrect on this side. So nobody got to hear my great insights thus far. Which is fine. There was not really any great insights. I'll take double fours here and sixes and then hope to get eights. No eights though, but we'll take 7. 4, 6, 7's okay, but we bust. That's fair. Anyhow, responding them back to the won't make cutting the stream for YouTube hard, correct. But the people of YouTube will live. I'll take double 11 over 12. And then 4, 8. 4, 8, 11 or 5, 7, 11. I'll take the 4, 8. I don't like going on all odds, but none of this is particularly good. But let's just close the 8s. Yeah, all right. Yeah, this is looking like a solid win. I might just stop after one win. We'll see. I want to make top 10 and can't stop, so I need to play a lot. But like, after a nice win, pushing your luck further hurts. Red's having a really tough game here, getting anything going. I'll take the 6-9. 3-6-9. I'll take 4-6-9. I already have a little 4s, and 4-6-9 is way better. Made 8 well, busted. Could have stopped there, but that wasn't even like that was an okay turn. I made 8 progress on 4-6-9, but I was willing to go just a little further. But a little further is a big issue. If my opponent actually moves a lot on 6s and 9s, oh, he'd bust again. That's sad for him. But yeah, I was gonna say if he gets some 6s and 9 progress, I could be in some trouble. Wow, 2-6, I guess. 2-6-7 I could roll on. I could just go 2-6-12 and stop here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll start playing some more on the corners. If I get some 11s again, that would be great too, actually. Like I have a lot of like potential ways to contest some numbers. But I really need to make some progress on them because like my opponent could flip this game pretty fast with a good turn, but gosh, he cannot get a good turn. I feel bad for him. He's doing nothing wrong, but he's just having a tough time. Could get another 12 here. But alternatively, I could get 7s and probably roll a lot of 6s or 9s, and 4-6-9 is pretty good. I'm gonna take the 9. I'm really not sure what to do here. Really just try to get a bunch of 6s, but I'll take a bunch of 4s. I could stop here now, but nah, I'm just gonna go for the win. I only need 2 6s. I'm on good numbers. There it is. Just end this game. Alright. My opponent's not very good, so I'm probably going to get very little there. Still 9 points, up to 18. Maybe one more. Nah, we'll probably stop. I've played a lot already tonight. Feels nice to actually get a win. Get some elo points. That was mainly the goal. Thanks all for hanging out. Sorry for the weird drop in sound there. One of the weird things on streaming is that occasionally when my computer like goes through an update, when I go back into Streamlabs, a lot of my audio settings are like no longer working, and then I have to like re-add them back in through my streaming software on various like things. And so yeah, I've been streaming mostly Agricola lately, but so I switched over to my Terra Mystica view, and apparently my audio settings were thrown off on that view because I haven't streamed Terra Mystica for a while. But yeah, I appreciate the entertainment during lockdown. Oh, that's good. Glad to hear that. Anyhow, yeah, I'm hoping to maybe get another play or two of Agricola in tomorrow, but probably not on stream. I think the quest for number 2 might ultimately fail just because number 2 got too far away from me. But hopefully we can get top 3, but we'll see. I could maybe fit a game or 2 in on Sunday as well, so we'll see where we wrap up. But Sunday is going to be the like final stream, final thing for a while. But we might be able to hit number 2 by then, so that'd be cool. Bubble's way too far away. Like, there's no way I have enough games to catch him. Unless Bubble could suffer some catastrophic 4th places. If anybody's going to play him recently, maybe you can kill him. But realistically, we'll see where we end. Anyhow, it's been a fun ride regardless. We've got a lot of fun Agricola games in lately. A lot of good stuff. So It was really nice to get that early win here too in game 1. So, but yeah, thanks all for hanging out, chatting, yada yada yada. It's always good. I will probably not see. Yeah, I probably won't see people till Sunday. So, see you all when I'm 30, I guess. And yeah, later. Bye.